Hey, that was weird. I got shut off because I was talking about what I saw, the being's face. You know, I noticed that because I was testing my YouTube out on regular YouTube and it was normal, but somebody is shutting me down. Somebody's shutting me down because I can't talk about it. They don't want me to talk about it. What my experience, I realized they don't want me to talk about the experience I had seeing this alien face in the cloud. You know, oh, hey, yeah, they think they shut me down on they somehow they got shut down from talking about it, So I realized, yeah, they don't want me to speak of certain things. They don't want to talk about the reality that we live in. It's like that's why I always have to question our reality all the time. So like yeah, like I said, I saw an alien face in Virginia, and it followed me all the way up to fucking Highway 81 in Roanoke. You know, all the way up to Roanoke, it followed me. The face did, which is like and it's funny about it that nobody didn't see it. There was a whole bunch of traffic. It's funny. There was a whole bunch of traffic and all that stuff, and nobody didn't see it. No one even looked at it. That was the only one that looked at this fucking face in fucking Virginia. It was out in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere. It was out in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere. But I can't explain it myself. I took a picture of it. I have the picture of it on Facebook. I do have the picture of it. So that's one thing I got, you know. And no one, it's like it's funny that some people see my Facebook. Yeah, I know because I talked about the face of the alien. Yeah, they kind of like shut it down. I know it's funny because I went back on YouTube to see the regular stream, regular people on YouTube, and it's working fine. And then all of a sudden they don't want me to talk about the dragon that I see, and they didn't want me to talk about the alien face that I saw. So somebody doesn't want me to talk, you know. Most of the sheeps are too busy looking down, That's true. That's true, Florida. Everybody's always busy looking down because they never wanted. They don't. It's funny. That's why they're so stuck in their little fucking. They're stuck in their little fucking cage. They don't like to leave in the cage. They're so used to being in the cage. They're afraid to go out of the cage and look. Because you never know, they might get eaten up. I'm afraid of getting eaten up. Yeah, because it's so fucked up that they don't want. They're trying to keep this reality. They're trying to keep the normal. You're trying to make everything normal. We have to be normal. We can't have somebody like me talking about the shit that I see. They don't want somebody like me to talk about the shit that I really see that I posted on Facebook. you know, and then Facebook too is kind of weird because it's funny. I'm having a hard time going on Facebook on this phone. I'm having a hard time going on. I'm having a hard time downloading Facebook on this phone right now. You know, I got YouTube, but I don't got Facebook on my phone because I usually post a lot of things on Facebook. I usually post a lot, but I usually whenever it comes to it's like this is the way it works with me. Whenever it comes to my mind, then I post it on my YouTube, on my Facebook, and it's like that's when I start questioning a lot of stuff. And this if I get frustrated, then that's basically everything. Facebook is kind of like my note keeper. It's funny. I use Facebook. You know, You know, I don't, I use because it's a tool. It's like YouTube. I look at YouTube as a tool, just like I use Facebook. So it's like, yeah, everybody's paranoid about Facebook and YouTube, but here I am talking. I'm talking against them in Facebook. I'm talking against them in YouTube. You know, so I'm since they're using me, I'm using them. So that's the way I work. I'm using them since they're using me. That's why I do all this shit, you know? So it's my own tool. I'm using them against them with these fucking tools, you know? That's the whole objective for me is like, yeah, I'm going against them using their own tools. And that's the way that's the way it should work. You know, we all should go against them with their own tools. Since these fuckers invented these tools, I'll just use it. You know, I'm not afraid to say what I say. You know, every day. You know, it's funny. Sometimes I'm hoping they come into my house and break down my house and say, "Oh, you're arrested because you said this and you said that. You can't say this." You know? Yeah. Yeah, troll harassment. Yeah, I get harassed. Yeah, trolls. It's funny now. I understand the trolls. You know, I understand the trolls now. They always got to put it in one word. I realize that trolls like to put in one word or two words. You know, they have to put in something. Say, "Oh yeah, okay, we're done." Hello, Christine. I have no work today. How are you, Christine? I got shut down. YouTube shut me down because I was talking about the fucking the fucking being that shut itself in the clouds, you know. And then I talk about the dragons I see in the clouds, and they shut me down because they don't want me. They don't want this. You know, they don't want to hear that kind of stuff. So I have to live in their corporate, their corporate numb world. You know, the numbing, corporate. I realize that corporations like to make you numb. You know, they don't want you to have any abilities. They don't want you to have anything. That's what religion's for. Religion doesn't want you to have any abilities either. So they're fighting because it's the devil inside me. I have the devil inside me. Damn it! I'm possessed. I'm possessed. Damn it! Shit. You got those demon aliens inside you. You got those demon aliens. Damn it! Oh man, it's so funny. You know, it's like you can tell the difference between people how they fucking see the reality that of what they how you look at reality now. Yeah, I know. They don't want to hear. You know, it's funny. It's not really conspiracy that I've been telling. I've been telling them the facts. You know, the facts. They think that's conspiracy. It's not conspiracy. It's facts. You know, it's like I have it on Facebook. It's facts. I'm telling you, I have it. I have the pictures on Facebooks, and it's fact. It's not conspiracy. You know, I have proof. And then it's funny how they take a picture and you take it to court and they say that's not real. You know, you have to fight it in court to prove that picture is real. And they think is it's funny when I show the picture of this dragon, and they say, oh, you did a good job. You know, you could have. I know I'm not I know nothing about computers. I do not know anything about computers. I don't know how to fucking do all that you know touch up and all that shit in there. It's like I don't know nothing about computers at all. And then here I am taking these fucking pictures, and they think it's fucking conspiracy. Hell no, you know. Yeah, sinning is a bullshit. Sinning is nothing but a bullshit. It's just to keep you. I realize it keeps you numb and dumb when you sin. It's like they want to keep you as a slave. So and it gives them the excuse to do to be make everybody a slave. So when they sin, they always want to use an excuse, to fucking destroy the world, destroy the environment that we live in. So yeah, they said, oh yeah, I sinned, and forgive me because I sinned. So it's okay for me to do bad things. It's okay for me to do bad things because I sin and I've been forgiven. So like you have some kind of preacher that tells you, you have to have an authorization from a preacher. Some kind of preacher says, okay, your sin is forgiven. Which is really bull crap. You know that how they fuck with you in mind on the sin thing. That's why I always have to question sinning. People who sin. It's like if they keep on sinning, there's not going to be nothing left if they keep on sinning because it's like they took over the water, the everything. They took over everything in this planet because they sin. They took over everything in this planet because they sin, and they're greedy gold diggers because they sin. And at the end they want to be forgiven and say, okay, you're forgiven, and then they recycle you back into the planet and start to do the same thing, teach you the same thing, and then you sin again. It's like you do sinning. It's like a infinite world of recycling and becoming a sinner. Yeah, sinning is another form of control. I mean, that's what it is. Sinning is nothing but it's a form of control, and they talk about evil. You talk about evil. Here's these religious nutbags committing their own evil, but it's okay to get this. It's okay they're saying it's okay to be evil, but unless God forgives you, it's okay to do bad things, but you could do bad things for the rest of your life and start all over and say you sinned and all you need is God forgiveness. That's basically it's mostly bullshit. You know, it's like there's no getting out of jail. It's like they should not get out of jail. That's why I call it get out. It's like Monopoly, getting out of jail free card. Nobody who sins should get out of jail free. That's what I believe. I believe in that shit. I believe that no one should get out of jail free card. Because of the stupid sinning bull crap. You know, if you're doing if you know that you're doing evil, it's funny according to their evil ways. Because it's okay for them to do evil, and then they say that they did good. There's one thing funny about religious nutbags is like they do evil and the good for good intentions for themselves. So it's okay to be selfish. So yeah, they're pretty much sinning. They talk about how they abuse the word sin because they abuse the word when they do it too. So why should they get away with it? That's the question I always ask these religious nutbags in America. Why should you get away with it? Because why should you? The question I have to ask: Why should you be forgiven? Because you done more evil on this fucking planet. You fucking committed genocide, and you like you like killing. You believe killing is okay, and then you wonder how psychotic you really are. Thank you, Nasser, because thank you for bringing that up because it's like the sinning thing needs to stop. The sinning thing. About I don't good and evil. It's like it's like people who believe that they're good doing good has done more harm to everybody else around them. You notice that people who believes that they're doing good in this world has done a lot of harm to everyone around them. And then it's like everybody who believes that they are good, they're all doing harm to each other. They're all backstabbers when they do good. They're all when you're individual and you believe that you're doing good, and then all of a sudden you're hurting somebody else. And then one thing I can't stand, bless. I hate that word bless. That's got to be a selfish person. So you see, the guy who says, I'm blessed, I'm sorry to say that, but this guy who says, I'm blessed, basically you say, fuck you, everybody. That's what you're saying. When so why should this one person be blessed? And why can't everybody around them be the same? You know? Why does this one person have to be special? You know? That's one thing I don't get these fucking psychotic fuckers out here that according to their blessed ways, they're fucking blessed bullshit. That's one thing I don't get is how psychotic they are when it's like everybody should be fucked. It's like when one person says I'm blessed, that means fuck you right in your fucking face. It's like saying fuck you. You go struggle, you suffer. You know. It's so funny. About this fucking sick ass twisted world that we live in. I mean, we live in a sick ass twisted world. You know, of negative motherfuckers. But it's funny about negative and positive. I talk about negative and positive. It's like, yeah, I should be. There should be no negative and there should be no positive. There should be no negative and there should be no positive. There should be like is. There should be. Just us. That's it. Just us. It's like we should not have positive and negative in this world. I mean, it's I know it's the balance. It's weird to say it, but it's like, why should there be positive and negative? That I have to question that too. Why is there a positive and negative? Because duality actually segregates and separates us. A positive and negative. That's actually a duality. I mean, it's dual. So that itself separates us, and it's like, who is really evil? The good people? Because is the good people evil and the bad people are good, or is it the bad people are evil and good people are good? So yeah, because it runs both ways. Light, dark. It's like, yeah, light people can be evil, dark people can be evil, or good. I mean, and it's like it's like if people of the light are so good, look at the world they live in. If the people believe in the light, that are so good, look at the world you live in. It's so negative because people who believe in the light. But you don't hear much about darkness. Only thing you hear about darkness is the demons and all that bull crap. And you hear about it's like you hear nothing about darkness at all, really. Most negative people are fucking people of the light. So yeah, the duality of good and evil. It's like, so what? So I have to question our own positive and negative world. But I know majority of this world is negative. The majority of our world is negative. So yeah, that's one thing you have to question. That's one thing that people don't understand about our world is that we're our own positive and negative is actually our own separation in itself too. So there's got to be a point where the dark and the light will have to work together. You know, whether we don't like it or not, whether we like it or not. I mean, you got to have both to create the balance, the darkness and the light. You can't live one without the other because I realize, darkness is always going to be here and light can fade away. When you take the sun away, this is one thing that humanity hadn't figured out. If you take the sun away, this planet would be dark, completely dark. And it's a survivability because you can't grow crops in the dark unless you if you have the technology, you can have fires and you create light technology, but you can create something like that to grow through the dark. But sooner or later, the sun can fade away. One thing that I don't understand that the sun can always fade away. And these people who believe in the light, this the question you have to ask yourself is like, why do you depend on humanity? Depends on the light. Humanity, because that's their positive in this reality. Humanity depends on the light. if they don't have light and they can't see what they're doing, then yeah, and then all the demons will come out in the dark, and that's where the darkness came out. That's when humanity is so vulnerable when it comes to dark. So you got to question the duality of good and evil and light and dark. You have to question that, because I don't believe darkness had to be evil. You know, that's my own perspective of my own way, but everybody else got their own different perspective. Because some part of me says, I see being in the dark. It's like you have to adjust to it when you become when darkness comes. You have to adjust yourself. You have to become. When a blind man, if you think about a blind man, if a blind man can go anywhere around in the city, humanity can do the same thing. So yeah, in my own way, it's like, yeah, you have to question the duality of life, good and evil, enemy, your enemy, and your you got to question your enemy. You got to question who's the enemy. You got to question why are we all enemies on this world? Who's good and who's bad? Because the enemy believes, it's funny, the people who are the enemies, they believe that they're doing good. I'm going to tell you that. This is the mind of the people on the other side. They all believe they're doing good because they go by their beliefs. And then you look at Christian people, that they believe that they're doing good, and then everybody else is their enemy. It's like you got two people that are good fighting each other. The reality, you got two people that are good, that believe that they are good. They're fighting. So it's basically good versus good, fighting each other over their belief in their religion. So yeah, you can't just look at one side. You can't look at just one side, who's evil and who's not evil, because on that side they believe that they're doing good. And according to what they believe in. Muslims believe that they're doing good, because that's what they believe in. Because that's a religious belief. Just like Christians, doing their good because that's what they believe, and it comes in conflict. The belief itself comes in conflict with everything else. Christians don't like Jewish people, because the way they are, and because the Jewish people don't follow the way the Christianity works. Yeah, it's like, yeah, everybody with religious belief are all in conflict with their own self, and they all believe that they're all doing good. So yeah, I have to question light versus dark. That's another thing I never brought up. I never talk about. Yeah, who's correct? That's the question. I hate that. That's why I don't read books. That's the reason why I don't read books. I don't care about. I read the Bible. I mean, I read a little of it. I highlighted a lot of stuff. A lot of negative stuff. Funny, I was finding all the negative stuff in the Bible. There was a lot of negative stuff in the Bible. So yeah, I highlighted a lot. I had a Christian girlfriend for a short time, and she saw my Bible in the fucking in my trailer and say, "You got a Bible?" Yeah, I look at the Bible. I try to find. I find they treat women like shit in the Bible. I mean, they really treat women like shit in the Bible. If you read it, I think the Christians themselves are like high on drugs. I think they're high on drugs, so they kind of like skip over the part where they abuse the women. The part where there's a lot of killing and women were treated like slaves. They skip a lot of parts. They don't want to tell you about those parts where it's funny. I found this girl in Mississippi near I was picking up a load in Mississippi. I found this girl, and I looked up all the bad parts of the Bible, and then she said, "What? Where does this come from?" And I gave her all the bad parts and said, "What? This is in here. That's in here," and she didn't even know it was in there. You know, she didn't even know it was in there. All the negative parts in the Bible, the genocide part. The parts where they were killing all the fucking. They were destroying a town. They were killing. They're committing genocide by destroying a whole fucking town. It's like that's the part they don't tell you. And then you wonder where the negativity come from especially Christianity, how their tone is, voice, and how negative they are when it comes to war. Because they believe that war is a great thing. Because they always like to shake your hand, say, "Yeah, you know, thank you for your service. Thank you for." It's like I hear that fucking shit all the time. It's like it's really fucking twisted and kind of like psychopathic at the same time. It's like I am against war. I'm gonna tell you, I am against war. I don't believe, because war is basically us against us. That's all it is. Human beings versus human beings because of a belief. And there's always somebody trying to start. There's always somebody in that country. It's like there's somebody that's implanted in that country who's starting a war on purpose. And then you got these economy killers. I found out about the economy killers. American has a lot of them. They go to your country and they ruin your whole economy by giving out outrageous amount of loans, and then say you can't pay the loans, so your whole economy drops. That's the Iraq War. You look at the Iraq War. You look at all the wars, the fake wars they have in Iraq and all that shit. And I found out World War I and World War II were fake wars too. I found out they were all fake wars. Yeah. It's like they have people implanted in that country, especially in Iraq and in all the Middle East. They have people implanted in there to deliberately start a war. I mean, deliberately start a war. And some of them are Americans. I can tell you that some of these people who are deliberately starting war are Americans. That because that's you talk about Americans, right? You talk about American being the war that we have. That we have. Washington is the war. So yeah. So we always have to be. We always have to be in war. Americans always have to be in war because we're the only ones that's tough enough. We have the technology compared to all the other countries. But Russia, Russia is impressive about their warplanes. The Russian warplanes are really very impressive. Because I was watching Russian warplanes and I was comparing the Russian warplanes with the American warplanes with that stupid F-30. I think the new plane they have, really a piece of shit. The new American planes that they have is a piece of crap. Compared to the Russians. Russians got the air power now. America used to have the air power. Now they don't. Because they deliberately made America have a bad air power. Yeah, it's like it's about money. I mean, war is about profit making, and it's a ritual. War is, like I said, war is a fucking ritual. It's a Luciferian ritual. That's what wars is. I'm going to tell you fuckers out there, you religious nutbags. War is a Luciferian ritual, and you guys are all related to the Luciferians and your religious belief. You can see that in Christianity, big time. Christianity is a big, huge Luciferian cult. It's just a toned down Luciferian cult. That's what all these religions are, all Luciferians, because they're all influenced the ones on top of the fucking pyramid. It's so fucking. You gotta see where the trail goes. This the pyramid. Like I say, everything's a pyramid scheme. Everything always lead up to the top. And the influence is always on top of the fucking pyramid. Yeah, I know. They need to be outed. Lucifer. It's like, yeah. It's funny. I seen a Zionist Christian church. I seen a Zionist Christian church. That's one thing that the Americans don't know. Yeah, there is a Zionist Christian church, and they support Israel. Because the girl that I was with for a couple of months, she supported Israel. She was sending her money to Israel. So all the Zionist Christians are supporting Zionists. Zionist fucking they're supporting the Zionist fucking I can't even say that. I can't even say them. Yeah. They're supporting the Zionists over in Israel. They're supporting the Zionists over Israel. So yeah, we have Zionist Christians here in the fucking America. I say, what the fuck is that? You could look them up on fucking on Google's. You can Google them out because they're not hiding. That's one thing that's so weird about it. It's like, yeah, I've seen a couple Zionist Christians around here too. Yeah, the Holocaust. The Nazis. It's funny. The Nazis never. I mean, they lost, but they never really lost. Now, it's funny. Now they're cut off. They're cutting up themselves off of our civilization. They're the cut off the Dark Fleet. Yeah, they're cutting themselves off. They're the first human beings to leave this planet. The Dark Fleet Nazis are the first human beings that are going to leave this planet. They're going to cut off from us. Which is really, it's pretty fucked up. That they leave us behind. The Dark Fleet is leaving us behind. They left us behind. These Dark Fleet fuckers out there, I'm pretty pissed off because they left. They're leaving us behind, because we can't have they stolen all the technology on our planet. I mean, they stole an ancient technology. These fuckers stole ancient technology off this planet, and then they got help from off-worlders. But Nazi had help from the off-worlders, and they had help from the reptilians, and it's pretty fucked up. And now I found out they're going to each planet and they're taking technologies from all these other planets, from all these other beings, Yeah, power. Exactly. And here we are, stuck here. Here we are, we're stuck here. We can't go explore anywhere. We're stuck as a slave in this fucking world, Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is. We're just nothing but herds, and they keep us dumb and stupid. They keep us fucking dumb and stupid, and we can't. It's funny. The Nazis are like about 10, 15,000 years ahead of us in technology. The Nazis are 10, 15,000 years ahead of us in technology, but they're so fucking fucked up in the head on how they do things because they're going according to the reptilian. The reptilians are controlling the Nazis. I'm going to tell you right now, the reptilians are controlling the Nazis. It's pretty fucked up where the Nazis had to give up 250 of their own people to the reptilians. Yeah, they gave up 250 of their own people to reptilians so they can have a nice fucking picnic. So they can have a nice picnic and so they can become slaves to these reptilians, Really, it's pretty fucked up people, which is like, I'm ashamed that, our own humankind would give themselves up, to these fuckers, They shouldn't have made a deal with the reptilians. Shows you how stupid they are back in those days. They're so damn stupid. And then I realized that these fuckers, they let the aliens abduct us. Human beings and aliens are abducting us for their experiments. So these fuckers, these secret motherfuckers, gave up, gave them the authorization to say it's okay to fucking experiment on us. these dumb motherfucker corporations, these dumb motherfucking greedy ass corporation, are sellouts. That's what they are. They're all fucking sellouts. Giving up our fucking giving our life to these fucking fucking beings that likes experimenting on us. Oh, you don't want to. Hey, Steve, you don't want to meet a reptilian. You don't want to look them in the eye. I'm telling you, Steve, you do not want to look in the reptilian's eyes. Especially the warrior ones. The warrior ones and the royal ones. Those are the ones you don't want to look at. Those are the two main ones you don't want to look in the eyes because if you look them in the eyes, especially the warrior ones and the royal ones, they'll kill you in a heartbeat. They'll kill you in a fucking heartbeat because they don't want you to. You're supposed to look down at them. That's why you have to look down at them because they believe that they are way above you. The reptilian mind is they believe that they are way above you. Now, I'm gonna tell you fuckers out there, if you ever meet a warrior one or a royal one, do not look them in the eyes because you might not live. You might not live if you look at these fuckers. But if you meet a worker one, I think the worker ones are more way relaxed. I think the worker ones, the working reptilians, the lower caste reptilians, you can look them like normal, versus the royal and the warrior ones. The lowly human. It's funny, we always been the lowly humans. I'm gonna tell you, Gnostic, we always been the lowly humans, according to these fucking other beings out there. They don't want us. They don't want us to ascend in these bodies. That's what these these beings out there. They don't want us to ascend because we're so low. We're like I said, they call us animals. So I figure I passed the word around. The one who called us animals, I figure I passed your word around. That's the whole reason why I do these videos. When I hear some beings calling us animals, I send the word to us. I'm letting them know about us because we are animals on this world. We act like animals on this. I'm telling you, we act like animals because we have this light and dark bull crap. We have this light and dark blue crap. That's the reality of this world. Yeah. It's like I don't give a fuck about healthcare. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give a fuck about healthcare. All I care about is humanity's own health. They should have free healthcare. You got to be a greedy motherfucker who doesn't to make human beings pay for their health. You have to be a greedy motherfucker. That's why I speak against the greedy gold diggers because you have to be a greedy motherfucker who doesn't like to take care of human beings. If you don't want to take care of human beings and you're forcing human beings to pay, then you got to be a fucking psychotic person, to let that person die. If that person dies, it's your responsibility. If you let that person die, it's your responsibility. We are all responsible. It's funny about human beings. We are all responsible for this planet. That's one thing you got to understand. We're responsible for the planet, for the people, for the animals, the water, the air. We're all responsible for that. That's one thing you don't understand about only the selfish, self-serving assholes. Only the self-serving assholes are not responsible for this fucking planet. That's why it's so negative. Because we got too many self-serving assholes on this fucking planet that believes that everybody should pay. If you believe that you have to pay, you're a self-server. That's the facts. Whether you like it or not, whether you think this not right or right, not right, then there's something wrong you have to be. There's got to be something wrong with your ass. If you're not responsible for anything on this planet, then there's nothing positive about you. There's nothing positive about you if you don't want to take responsibility for human beings, animals, water, everything. Then there's something wrong with you. Then you're a psychotic person who believes in this health bullshit. You know, I think health bullshit. I mean, it's nothing but a scam. I mean, health bullshit. I don't care Obama, Trump. I don't care who it is. It's all nothing but a scam. You know. So I don't believe in the health bullshit. I don't believe in corporate health bullshit. To be honest, I don't believe in corporate health bullcrap. You know, because they're so irresponsible, and they're willing to make people die. If you let people die, then you have a psychotic world. You know. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you on that, Schwartz. You know, the chemtrails and all that shit. You know, it's funny. I found out the chemtrails are dumping nanites. Arnold Schwartz. They're dumping nanites on the chemtrails. You know, isn't that kind of funny? Yeah, they're dumping nanites. Yeah, yeah. I found out that's what it is. That's what according. This is according to Corey Good. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. It's according. They say they're dumping nanites. So it's funny when you breathe. So every time you breathe the air, do you feel something funny in your lungs? I'm just letting you know because I feel something funny in my lungs sometimes. You know, it's like there's something inside. You know. Yeah, Arnold Schwartz. Keep observing him, Steve. Keep observing him. I just want to see your. I'd like to see your point of view about him. Yeah, yeah. We're all being. I don't know. What do you call it? We're all being. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't call it euthanize. It's like a slow euthanization for human beings. It's like like a really slow euthanization. If you think about it, you know, you're being euthanized slowly, you know. But it's like, it's like one moment, yeah, your health goes down the shithole, and then the next moment is you're in great health. It's like it goes up and down. It goes up and down on your health, you know. One thing is, it's kind of weird that you say that, Arnold. You know, it's weird that you say that. It's like, yeah, they like fucking with us. They have all the control. They have the water. I mean, they play with the water. They play with our food. You know, that's one thing about our food is how do you know our food is safe? You know, how do you know our food is safe? I can go in my cupboard. I'll go in my cupboard. I'll just choose any random food. Oh, yeah. I'll choose any random food. Let's see what we get. Find a food. How about canned? Let's see. I got Goya. You know? I don't know. They come up with these weird names. Sugar, potassio. What is potassium potassio? You know what? You know potassium. They put potassium in here. It's like 4%. What the fuck is that? You know? Saturated fat. They put saturated fat. Is that a chemical? 0% on that one. You know? I got soda here too. I got soda. Oh yeah, they got aspartame colored. They got aspartame, phosphoric acid, potassium flavored citric acid. It's like they got. You know, it's funny. I haul soda. You know, like I said, I haul soda, and they put corrosive. They put corrosive chemicals in sodas. I can tell you guys, they put corrosive chemicals and acid, real acid, in sodas. You know. So yeah, I used to haul I used to haul all the sodas. I can't say their names, you know. Yeah, yeah, because every time I haul soda products, I have to put a hazmat placard on the products. And the first place I delivered was down in Jacksonville when I delivered those certain acidic products. You know, it's a corrosive. It's a yeah. All your sodas that you drink is corrosive. You know, it comes in a big drum. Yeah, all the corrosive acid it comes in a big drum, and then when they do the sodas, they kind of like they kind of like blend it in. Yeah, yeah, because yeah, I used to haul all the soda products. You know, I hauled all the soda products. I know what's in the products. You know, and here I am drinking soda. Here I am addicted to aspartame. You know, which is funny about that. It's like, yeah, this is corporations. This is what they'd like to do. You know, this is what how they want to. This is how they want to treat us. You know, it's like it's not good for our teeth. You know, soda is not really good for our teeth. Actually, that's why we lose our teeth all the time. You know, you notice that every time you drink soda, you lose your teeth. I did. I lost a lot of teeth drinking soda. Yeah, yeah, it's not really healthy for us. That's the reason why I'm fat. Because you know, it's funny. I'm fat because I drink a lot of soda. That's the reason why I'm fucking fat because I drank a shitload of soda. You know, especially Coca Cola. Yeah, I drink all the Coke products, which is really. Sometimes you gotta write. I wish I. Sometimes I could. I wish I wrote a letter to Coca Cola say, "Hey, stop putting aspartame and corrosive acid in your fucking sodas." But it's like is you know that's one thing you gotta do, right? I thought about writing them a letter, say, hey, stop putting your fucking aspartame and corrosive acid, you know? I should just take a picture of the corrosive acid that they're putting in sodas. A corrosive. I think corrosive is six is a six is level six or yeah. There's one through nine, and corrosive acid is six. Yeah. It's like you got to question the people behind the desk. You know, that's why you have to question the people behind the desk that buys this shit. Because the people behind the desk, they order all this shit. You know, all I do is ship the shit for them. That's basically what I do. The people behind the desk, the business that I deliver, they're the one who orders this stuff. You know, the stuff that you don't understand what it is. They say, "What the fuck is this stuff for?" You know, I hauled stuff. You know that it's like I can't believe I hauled this stuff that goes to for bread. You know, it's like some part of me can't believe that this is what there's some powders out there that I hauled. And I mean, this thing was in a bag and it's all powder, but I don't. It was some kind of chemical, but they put it in something. I don't know what they use it for. It's like an acid, or not an acid, but it's in powder form. You know. You know, it's funny what we see as a truck driver because we ship everything as a truck driver. We ship everything. There's some truck drivers. I found there was an underground base down in Missouri. I mean, it's like enclosed agriculture. It's like an enclosed agriculture, and yeah, I could see how they store a lot of food down. I know it's cooler to store a lot of stuff down there. Yeah, underground. It's like, yeah, they got all kinds of underground places around here. I found that there was a lot of underground places that Corey. It's funny, Corey Good. I'm gonna give Corey Good the hand that I'm gonna give Corey Good the fucking you know. I mean, I like everybody don't like Corey Good, but I like Corey Good. I like his information, and it's more realistic. And he's an introvert. That's why that's one thing I like about Corey Good. He's a fucking introvert. You know, and I have to say I have to give Corey Good the credit. For telling us what's going underneath us. There's a fucking some kind of train station that can go from California all the way down to Washington like less than a half a day, like a second. It's so fast. Which is really ridiculous that they have this technology right underneath us. They have this technology right underneath us, which is like fuck. That would save us a lot of traveling. You know. And then they have stargates. They have Washington D.C. There's a stargate there that goes to Mars. I mean, they have a stargate where you don't even realize that you're in the stargate. They said that when you walk in it, you don't feel like you're walking in it. All of a sudden you're somewhere else, which is really fascinating. Yeah, Emery and Corey, I give them fucking credit. For coming out. So yeah. I have nothing against Corey Good. I have nothing against David Wolcott. I have nothing against Emery. So yeah. So for me, it's like, yeah, I'm willing to take anything. What I am, I'm willing to take in anything. I don't give a fuck. My mind is so open. I'm willing to take anything in because I'm sick of being confined in a world of lies. I'm sick of being confined in a world of lies. Yeah. Some of the underground bases are reptilians. There are reptilian bases. I think there's a reptilian base in the Arizona area. You know, there is a reptilian base in the Arizona area. You know, what I know of. That, and there are other base. I mean, you have fucking you have all different types of bases underground. Some of them are friendly. I'm going to tell you some of the beings here are friendly, and some of them are not that friendly. Some of them are they eat us. So yeah, they're living amongst us. They've been living amongst us for thousands of years. These fucking beings, they've been living amongst us for thousands of years, and here we are playing this stupid game on the economy and all that bullshit. It's like we're being so distracted about everything. We're being numbed about everything. Yeah, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of shit going on, and they don't want you to talk about it. That's one thing about it. These fuckers, they don't want you to talk about nothing in this world. They don't want you to talk about anything about this. Guess what, motherfuckers out there, whoever's watching me. Guess what? I'm gonna spread it around. That's what I'm gonna do. Wherever they say something, wherever Corey Good say something, and wherever fucking anybody that says anything, I'm gonna spread it around. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spread it all over the place and let everybody know. Cause I'm sick of this hiding bull crap. I am sick of this fucking hiding bull crap. I'm sick of being a slave in this world because I know that we are slaves in this world because the beings out there know that we are slaves. I'm going to tell you, the beings out there know that we are slaves. I'm going to be blunt with you. They know that we are slaves because we have to believe in this make believe bullshit money. This make believe bullshit on our every fucking day life, you know? Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah, that's why I question life itself, you know? I always, I've been repeating myself a lot. I always question life. You have to question life. I'm going to tell you fuckers out there, you have to question your life. You know, you have to question every fucking thing around you. Stop being afraid. That's all I'm telling everybody. Stop being a fucking afraid. That's all I'm saying. Because that's the whole objective is to make you afraid to question in this world. You know, the whole objective is to make you question everything. They don't want you to question what's going on in this world. They don't want to question. If you want to take, I look at it this way: if you want the technology, we got to start. We got to start forming something to get that technology. We got to start letting the people that we need this technology because it's free. That's one thing they don't realize, that these technologies are all free free energy. You would love to have free energy. Why would you want to pay for it? And plus, this energy is pretty efficient. I mean, this energy is really efficient. You can just I found that you stick a box in the corner of your house, and your whole house will be fucking. You don't need you don't need all these wires. You don't need underground things. You don't need anything. Just stick a box there. That's it. One little box can fucking run this whole fucking house. That's one thing they don't understand about. Energy is constant. Energy right now, energy is all around us right here. Look, energy, this is energy itself. I mean, the holographic energy that you guys see, I call it it's a holographic energy. So your own holographic energy is energy within itself. So you don't need fucking wires. You don't need anything in this fucking house because the energy is right here. You can see it you can see her right here. It's all around you. You can feel it. That's one thing you don't understand. You can feel the energy all around you. I can feel the energy. I'm telling you, I can feel the energy. Even human beings has their own energy within their own selves. That's one thing you don't understand. You're like an electric conduit, or like you're like your whole body is electricity. It runs on electricity itself. So to function in this reality, you need electricity. I mean, this everything around you is nothing but electricity itself. This you know. Yeah, I know. We can't do anything about it. It's like, yeah, collecting possession, and you can't do nothing about it. It's like you can't. Yeah, it's funny about this world that the collectors. That's a good one. Thank you, Arnold, about possession of people, collecting people's personal possessions. People have to sell their personal possessions, and then all of a sudden when they sell it, you have this regret in your mind that you sold it. Or somebody took it away from you because you didn't pay. If you didn't pay, they take it away. That's one thing I found. This English video I found about these people who were repossessing the houses, and they make it sound like it's a happy thing. Repossessing somebody's house and throwing all their stuff out of their fucking house, and and they're happy about it because they have a job. Because it is a job. About a way this world is, because it's funny. When people repossess these houses, do they have any remorse about that person that lived in the house for like 20, 30 years? Do they have remorse about it? You have to ask the question: do these people have any kind of feeling? Taking all your personal possession, the things that you collected, all through the life for the 30 years, and all of a sudden it's been taken away from you from these real possessive people. So yeah, you gotta ask them. You gotta ask the question. It's like, do they have any kind of compassion? Do they have any remorse? Do they have any kind of conscience for that person that lived in the house for 30 years, 40 years? Do they have anything? So yeah, that's why I ask all these questions. That's why I observe all the time, and that's why I kind of like think about, how these. That's why I call them greedy gold diggers. No, greedy gold diggers love repossessing houses. Greedy gold diggers love repossessing your car because it's a job. Repossession is a job. People got to make their living, so they have to repossess your house and repossess your car. So yeah, if you look at their perspective, it's a job. I don't have no feelings. When you have a job, you're not supposed to have feelings. You're supposed to be unconscious. And when you do your job, you're supposed to not. Nobody's your friend. I say that a lot in my videos. Like, nobody is your friend in this world. Dude, did you see that? Did you see that? Hopefully I didn't see anything. Did you see that? It was a little white. I saw a little white orb. That was a big clear one too. Yeah, it's like no one really cares because they have a job. When you have a job, you don't fucking care in this world. I'm telling you, you don't. If you don't have your job is not. You're not supposed to care in this world because you have a job. Yeah, Trump has a lot of issues. It's funny, you gotta understand that Trump is a Rothschild. Rothschild was providing for Trump. I'm going to tell you that Rothschild was providing for Trump, and Trump. I could say Trump. Trump is like a coin. When Trump is like when you flip a coin, you never know what side he's going to be on. You never know what side Trump's going to be on. That's one thing. That's why I hate about politics. I kind of like got myself out of politics, and I don't care if Trump is running. To be honest, I do not care if Trump is running. All I care about is, if they will take care of people. Yeah. The economy. You have to question the fake fraud economy. You have to question the fake fraud economy because what is funny about how they repossessed the house into the housing in 2008. 2008, people lost their houses. People lost their houses. They kicked them all out of their house in 2008. You can imagine the person. You know. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got a sheep. We got a cold, heartless sheep. We got a cold, heartless sheep in here. Everybody meet Rob C. Meet Rob C. He's nothing but a cold-hearted, heartless sheep, just like any other cold-hearted, heartless sheep who believes in the fucking economy. Because all he believes is himself. That's what Rob C is about. Because he's all about himself. He doesn't care about you. Rob C doesn't care about anybody around him. He just gives you the facade to say that he believes that he take care of other people. The only thing he cares about is himself. He wants to save his fucking ass. That's how this world works. These people want to save their fucking ass because they're so dependent on fucking money. They're so dependent on fucking money. This is a typical greedy gold digger. Right here, Rob C calling me a fucking idiot. He's a typical greedy gold digger who relies on the corporate rich assholes that runs his life, and he says it's okay to repossess your house. This is exactly the mind of what he said. Everybody should pay. So it's okay to repossess people's houses. It's okay to repossess cars. It's okay to throw people out of the house because they deserve it. Because that's exactly what his mind says. He says they deserve it because they didn't work their asses off. Everyone deserves it. Everybody have to fucking work because this is a typical selfish human being, and the way he is, the way he acts, because that's pure negativity. This person believes this world is positive. He's high on fucking drug. I'm telling you, Rob C is fucking high on fucking drugs because he believes that everybody should work their ass hard for these greedy gold diggers, these greedy motherfuckers on this fucking planet, you know? Yeah, we're all debt slaves, Rob. See, so you're telling me it's okay to be a debt slave? You say it's okay to have $100,000 and it's okay to be $150,000 in debt. So it's okay to be so you're technically a debt slave. So call me. I like you to call me an idiot. You know, because I'm questioning your debt, your society of debt, because it doesn't exist. Money is not real. I'm going to tell you, Rob. See, money is not fucking real. You know, the economy is nothing but a fucking fraud. I'm going to tell you, the economy is nothing but a fucking fraud, and you're just playing along with the fucking corporate assholes, these rich gold diggers. That's all they are. That's what you're doing. You're just playing the game with it. You know, it shows you how much a fucking idiot you really are, Rob C. You know, Rob C is so stupid and dumb. He's willing to fucking listen to the fucking person behind the fucking desk. He's willing to give him good blowjobs. You know, he's willing to get a good blowjob so he can have a raise. You know, he believes that these fuckers, these fuckers are the ones who are trying to save his fucking life. You know, that's basically what he relies on. He relies on these fuckers to save his fucking life. He's not independent enough. I realize that Rob C is not independent enough to survive in this world. Because if everything shuts down, I look at it this way. Everything shuts down in this world, we're all fucked, Rob C. Because you rely on these fucking greedy ass gold diggers. Call me call me a fucking idiot, you fucking moron. Call me a fucking idiot. You believe in the fucking fake economy? The economy is not fucking real. So don't give me this bullshit that you think you know a lot, but you don't know shit from your ass because they kept you dumbed down. That's what they do. That's what corporations do. They all like to keep you dumbed down. You know, the more dumber you are, the more you give into them, the more easier you're controlled. You know, that shows you how ignorant and stupid you really are, Rob C. I realize how ignorant and stupid you really are because you believe in these fucking greedy gold diggers, and it's like you're on crack. You know, you're like money is like I said, money is like crack. We need it. You know, we always need our crack every day because we depend on these greedy gold diggers. Yeah, I'm glad you called me a fucking idiot. You know, because you're so stupid compared to me, because I realize the universe is so infinite. One thing you got to understand, Rosie, the universe is so fucking infinite. And here you are so stupid and dumb being a slave, you know, and working so hard for these greedy motherfuckers and destroying your own fucking planet. And you don't even realize you see that. That's the one thing that's so fucking funny about Rob C. He doesn't realize that he wants everybody else to be miserable and he wants to be on fucking top. You know, he wants to be, he's one of those type of person that says, what's in it for me? This is Rob C. What's in it for me? That's what Rob C is about. It's always what's in it for me. Because if you don't do shit for me, then I don't need you. You know, that's basically what Rob C. You can go fuck yourself. You know, that's basically what Rob C is. He's a what's in it for me guy. You know, that's the person I don't like. Those are the people you need to get away from. You don't need to be around those fucking selfish ass motherfuckers. They're selfish assholes on this world, you know? Yeah, I'll break you guys fucking down if you want to see. If you think I'm a stupid motherfucker, hell yeah, great. Call me a stupid motherfucker. Make me look like a fool, because I am. I'm going to tell your world like it is, whether you like it or not. You live in your fucking hallucination in this world, believing in the economy. You think I'm fucking stupid. You believe you're the dumbass that believes in the fucking economy. Yeah, you're the fucking dumbass that believes in the economy, you know? And everybody else, people who believe in the economy, we all suffer all at one time. Don't you see the pattern of that? We all fucking suffer. And you're the one who supports that. You want everybody to be homeless. So what's wrong with giving homeless people homes? That's one thing. It offends Rob C. I'm telling you, it offends Rob C. because giving a homeless person a home, because he doesn't see it that way. He wants everybody to suffer and keep them suffering in this funny fake money, fake economy bull crap. You know, this fake economy bullshit. Because the economy is fake. Because they do the same pattern every time you see depression. They do the same pattern. Every time you see a war, they do the same pattern. And Rob C is the one who supports this bullshit. You know. Thank you, Rob C, for making me fucking splat my mouth out and show you how really dumb you really are. I mean, Rob C, you're the dumbest fuck. You are actually a true sheep of life to believe in these fucking corporate greedy gold diggers, you know? Yeah. The world, you know, it's funny. The world doesn't revolve around greedy gold. I'm going to tell you fuckers out there, the world does not revolve around the greedy gold diggers. That's being point blank and blunt. It doesn't revolve, or the universe doesn't run on money. I'm going to tell you, only place, only planet. This is the only planet that runs on money. You know, this planet runs on money. You know, we're all slaves to the fucking money. That's the reality of it. If you go out in the universe, your money is worthless. If you go off this planet, your money is fucking worthless. It has no fucking value whatsoever. So and when you die, this is a question I have to ask you. When you die, you can't take money with you. You know, you can't take money with you when you die. You got to be an ignorant moron not to realize that. So that you must have been a brainwashed fucking sheep to believe that you can bring money with you when you die. You believe that you believe all these fucking, you know, bullshitters out here that tells you, you know, that your whole life is rely on money. You know, it shows you the ignorance of humanity. You know, it shows you how ignorant humanity is, because, you know, it's like you can't take money with you when you die. So what's the point of living when you have money? And I always ask that question: what is the point of living when you have money? Because, you know, money just creates endless misery to everybody. That's all it does. Yeah, the others does not count. Media uses. Yeah, I know. It's always about numbers in this world. In numerology, numbers. Everything about our life is about numbers. You know, the more numbers you get, it's funny. The more numbers you have, the more easier life you have. I'm going to tell you, according to this reality, the more numbers you have, not the more numbers you have, you know, more numbers you have, according to money, the more easier your life will be. If you have less numbers, the harder your life's gonna be, you know? So yeah, there's no fairness. It's funny, there is no fairness in this world, because that's the whole objective. They don't want fairness in this world. They don't believe in fairness. They don't want equality for life. They don't want anything that's equality for life, you know? All they care about is who's the rich. Like I said, the rich will get richer and the poor get poor. You know, so we have to play these fucking stupid game on who's rich and who's poor. You know, that's why I say I can't wait. I just want to do my time. Like I said, I want to do my time and get the fuck out of this fucking hellhole. You know, I don't mind dying. I don't mind, because I realize dying is nothing but an illusion. You know, and all these fuckers who believe in one life bullcrap. It's like, to me, dying is nothing but an illusion. It's like a, you know, what's one life for me? You know, because I realize I lived many lives, and these dumb motherfuckers out there think they're so programmed to believe that they live one life. It's so fucking, it shows them how much an idiot they really are. You know. And they don't realize that, you know, they've been a slave before in other lives. You know, they've been in this planet before, and they've been a slave in their past lives, and now they come back again, and they come back in a different memory. They create a different memory, create a different reality, and they start all over. It's funny about Christianity. You know, this one thing about Christianity. I done good. You know, I got retirement. I done good. Now I'm gonna go to heaven. And they don't realize that they get recycled back and start all over again, become a slave again, you know? And they become a different person. They don't have to be Christian on the next life. They could be an atheist in the next life. They could be a black person. It could be an Asian person on the next life. They can't speak English. I mean, yeah, that's the whole idea on the recycling of how we are recycled in this reality of doing good. The doing good bullshit. It's like you did good because you worked your ass off. You fucking now you had a really perfect life. Now you got to start all over. You know, you did good again. It's funny how this fucking world works. You know, it's funny how this fucking world works on this fucking the soul contract. I talk about the soul contract, and these ignorant morons don't even realize that they have these thought contracts, the thoughts. That's what makes a contract is your own thoughts. So you don't have to sign nothing. All you do is say I agree. That's it. All you have to do is say is in your thoughts I agree, and that's how you. That's how they tell you. That's how they recycle you. No. Yeah, that's how they fucking recycle your ass. Because you had an agreement to these fuckers who manipulated you to tell you, oh yeah, you'll have a better life. And then you end up being a slave, and then they kind of like mind wipe your ass, and you start all over again. And you could be a woman, man, you could be anything. You can be an animal too. You can go as an animal. You can have a choice. Animals can have choices to be human. That's one thing they don't realize that their animals can have choices to be human. You know. Yeah, sometimes animals themselves have to elevate themselves, and what they really are. And then you realize the thoughts of an animal is completely different because for me it's kind of weird because I have this animal kind of ways of life because I always believed, it was always for free. When you're an animal, everything's for free. When you're an animal, everything's for free. And when you're a bird, but it's all about survival being an animal because you have to eat, but it's all free. When you're an animal, everything is for free. Birds, they don't have to worry about crossing the borders. You look at the bird, you go to Canada and Mexico, and here's a bird flying over the border, and no one makes a big fuss out of a bird. So it's like they're free to go anywhere. Birds are more free. I look at birds. If a bird is free to go anywhere, then why can't humanity be free just like the birds? What's wrong with that picture? What the fuck is wrong with that picture? If a bird can go anywhere, how come a human being can't go anywhere? You know? So yeah, animals. I mean, animals are slaves too. I'm gonna tell you, animals, especially in the farming community, they're all slaves to the corporations because how they treat them. They're not. I mean, some places they make them happy, and some places they make them miserable. Some of these farms they make animals' life miserable. Why would you want to? If you look at an animal taking especially a cow taking a dump. So this greedy ass motherfucker can grow crops. How? Why would you want to make an animal sleep in their own shit? You have to ask the question. Imagine if you put human beings, make the human beings cows, right? So, so imagine human beings shitting in their own shit and make them sleep in their own shit. Imagine that. You know? So yeah. So yeah, there's something wrong with that picture. If you guys like a healthy animal, you gotta let them roam around like animals. You can't just let them fucking be confined. That's why you have all these stupid fences all around. That's why I say get rid of all the fences. You know. So human beings are like human beings are similar to the wolf. They're territorial. If you think about it, they're territorial, and and it's like they're willing to kill because you're stepping on my territory. But they don't realize that animals, they like to migrate. They do migrations. Like you can't let an animal be natural in their world. So yeah, I mean, some parts animals are free, and some part animals are slaves at the same time. If you look at that perspective, if you have any respect for an animal, as an animal, because I used to be an animal to myself. I'm going to tell you guys, I used to be an animal myself. I I was more of a wild animal, and I was more. It's like some part of me misses that. So that's why I kind of like say everything should be for free. So we all should be just like at least be part of the animal. But we can evolve and have technology. And like I said, we can evolve and have technology at the same time. But the technology's got to work with the animals. We have to work with the animals. We have to work with the land. We have to work with everything on this reality. We have to create a balance. Because the greedy gold diggers don't want that. Greedy gold diggers will fight me against that, against the balance of nature itself. Because it's funny about nature. Nature will fight back. I'm going to tell you, nature will fight back. It's like, yeah, you can have these weather control devices. I realize that you can have these weather control devices, but nature can enhance the weather that they give. So like if they want a category 5, it can go higher than that. They can, you never know about nature. Nature can create its own disease. That's one thing they don't understand about this world. If you're going to become a virus on this world, you have to get rid of the virus, right? If you don't take care of this world, then you became the virus yourself. If you don't take, that's the planet itself had to fight back the virus. That's one thing they don't understand, that's why this planet can create its own disease, and no one can fight it, and then no one can find a cure because the disease is you. You became the disease on this fucking planet, so we need to get rid of you. Nature has its own way of getting rid of human beings. That's one thing you got to understand about nature. You can't control nature. I mean, there's a point you can't control nature, but nature will definitely look at you as a disease and it will fight back because you're like a microbe in this planet. You are like a microbe. If you look way above the planet, you're nothing but a small little microbe. So yeah, that's one thing you don't understand about the world that we live in. You know? Yeah, anytime. And then the more technology you have, the more you would destroy your planet. I mean, there are beings out there that completely destroyed their planets to the core. There are beings out there that destroyed their planets they even went to the core. So yeah, the higher your technology, the faster you can destroy the planet. And then turn around, they leave their planet and they go to find another planet or find other places or live on their fucking cities, because there are artificial planets out there. I'm gonna tell you, there are artificial planets out there. Yeah, that's one thing. It's like, I don't know. What's funny about me is like I don't know where It's like it's like I don't know. Some things I say is true, and some things I don't say. I don't believe. I don't say it's true. I don't know if it's true or not. So it's like I have to question my own self on this reality because I'm going to have people. I expect people to call me stupid. I expect people to call me fucking idiots. I guess that's part of being this reality that the people who are fighting against me because that's the whole. It's like that. It's funny. Humanity been doing this for thousands of years. I'm going to tell you, humanity has been doing this for 1,000 years, and there's always going to be some that are so into this reality that call you stupid and idiot. That's one thing that's funny about this world. That's funny about this fucking world that they will call you a stupid idiot in this world. That's the whole like. It's funny is they want you to go against ourselves. In this world, they want us to fight. That's what they want. They want us to fight. Even though we have our differences, they still want us to fight, We gotta change that. We gotta fucking change the way we are in this reality. Because this is a failure. I'm gonna tell you, this economy bullcrap is a failure. That's what it is. It's gonna fail. You know, it always failed. It's been failing for hundreds of years. So far, 100 years has been failing. You could see it. You could see the pattern on the bit on the fucking on these fucking bullshit. You know, depressions. You could see the pattern of the depressions. You know, it's they want you to suffer. The economy is designed for everybody to suffer. And when the economy goes down the drain, we all suffer with it too. You know, we all fucking suffer with it. You know, that's why I look at I've been looking at it. I realized how much a scam the depression is too. I realized that everything around us is nothing but scams. You know, because that's all they do is scam us, and then they can kick us out. They can kick us out of. You know, it's funny. They can kick me out of my house anytime. You know, especially HOA. If I don't pay an HOA, they can evict me out of my own house, even though I got a loan for it, and turn around, they're gonna make money. They're gonna make money out of this house. The HOA is gonna make money, not me. I lost my money coming to this place. I realize that I have lost my money coming here. You know, so there's no such thing as fucking yeah. There's no such thing as freedom in this fucking world. You know. Yeah. Suppressing. Exactly. So yeah, I'm here to, if people want to fucking say something against me, then let them say anything against me. I don't give a shit, you know? People want to fight me, then fight me. I don't care. I'll find a way. I'll find a way to show your reality for what it is. You know, I'll show you the real truth about your fucking reality, because your reality is not what you think it is. You know, I don't want to be suppressed in this fucking world. I'm sick of these fucking. I'm sick of the sheeps. Sheep suppress the sheep says that the sheep greedy gold digger suppresses us. Our own people suppress us. The poor people suppress themselves. Just like the middle class and the rich, they all suppress each other in this reality. You know, that's what they do. They want to keep us dumb and stupid, and they don't want us to question them. These fuckers, these greedy gold diggers, they do not want us. They don't want us to question everything that they do in this world. Because no one has the balls to fucking question them. No human being has the balls to question these fucking greedy gold diggers. No one has the balls to question the corporations. No one has the balls to question government. No one has the balls to question the money itself. The money itself, you need to question it. And you realize that I mean, like I say, you've been bamboozled in this world. You're born on this. You're born a slave and you die a slave in this world. You know. This. These my videos. They might not. I don't know if they'll ever exist in the future. My videos. I think it will never exist in the future. So this is a rarity that I do videos like this. This will be a rarity to do that. I'm doing this videos. All I want is everybody to be. I don't want people to struggle. That's what I want. I want everybody not struggling. I want everybody not to suffer. Only the greedy gold diggers want you to struggle and want you to suffer, because that's the way they are. They're backwards minded. Greedy gold diggers so backwards minded in everything that they do in life. They're so corrupted. I realize greedy gold diggers, poor or rich. This when I say greedy gold digger, I mean everybody. Poor or rich. You're all fucking corrupted and you're all fucking selfish. That's why when I heard that 300,000 out of 300,000 people there are positive, and I realized that that 6 point something billion people are all fucking negative. 6 point something people are negative. I like to bring some. I like to raise it up. Raise up the positive. At least be a little positive in this world. But no, I have to fight these fuckers who believe in their negative world. This world is pure negative. I mean, this world is negative. There's no positive in this world. I'm going to tell you that for a fact. There is no fucking positive in this world. If 6 point something fucking people that are majority of the negative, then why is there 300,000 out of 6.5 billion people? 6.7 billion people or something. 6.7 billion people that are negative out of 300,000. It's pretty pathetic. I think it's pretty pathetic that our world is that way. How we all became this way. It's really pathetic that this world has become so selfish, so self-serving, and they think that's positive. Do you think money is positive? I don't think money is positive. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think money is positive. So far I haven't done any good things in this world. I haven't done nothing good. All we do is buy shit. That's it. That's all we do is buy fucking shit from these greedy ass motherfuckers on this fucking world, These greedy ass gold diggers. Yeah. There are other planets out there that are way better than this planet. I'm going to tell you, there are other planets out there that are way better than this planet. Only thing that's unique about us, only thing that's unique about us is that we can talk. That's one thing that's unique about us, is we can talk, we can create music, we can create art. That's one thing good about being human being. That's one thing I could say good about humanity, is that we can talk and we can fucking create music and we can create art, But people don't see. That's why these fucking working job bullshit people are trying to get rid of the fucking art. They want to be purely work. What kind of life is that? What kind of life is that, living nothing but work? Why can't there be art? Why can't we have music? It's like it's fading away. Art and music is just fading away. But the only thing about art and music is corrupted too. That these fucking dark state people took over the fucking music industry. They took over the art industry and they corrupted it. And then all of a sudden they opened their colonial facilities, and start corrupting the music itself. It's like there's something wrong. That it shouldn't be that way. When we create music, when we create art, it shouldn't be corrupted. It shouldn't be. It's all about money now. It's like art and music is about money. That's it. It's all about money, art and music. It's not about the being an artist. It's not about. To me, I don't feel like that's real art. I don't feel like the music we have is not. I don't think that's art, because I always feel like that's been somebody's controlling the music. They're controlling the artist. They're controlling everything about what artists should be. That's one thing I don't like about this world. It's like this. They even control that part too. Yeah, but the only thing unique about humans is that we can talk. Surprise. No. She can't die. She can't kill herself, just like we can't kill ourselves. Gnostic. She's just like us. She can't kill herself. It ruins it goes against everything. Because if you kill yourself, you end up in a much worse place. That's what I found out. There's a worse place that when you end up killing yourself, But if somebody kill her, if you look at somebody kill her, then it's a different situation, Just like somebody kill somebody in the army. When you go in the army, you fight these wars, and somebody kill you. That's a different situation. But you end up in limbo. I realize that most of these people that they don't really leave. They actually stay here and just they're just here. You know? Yeah. I don't know. Something is so weird, you know? Sometimes sometimes I feel like there is a shift in time. There is a shift. Sometimes I feel like there's a shift going on, you know? Which is weird. Shit. I'm not going to work. No work. I got no work today. No work tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday already, isn't it? Fuck. Time moving on fast. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Steve. Time is moving fast. I feel an energy. Never mind. I thought I saw something, but it's not what I think it is. I'm seeing things. I just saw a red. I saw a white orb going behind me. It was on my YouTube. A white orb. I have some. I got orbs roaming in my house. It's weird. I feel an energy somewhere. I feel an energy in my house. It's like a positive energy. I feel a big, huge positive energy. They're trying to get me up. They're calming me down. Whatever they're doing, they're calming me down right now. They're trying to say, you know, hey, 9:30 already. Fuck, 9:30. All right, now I just did 2 YouTubes. Oh man, what a day. So how are you doing, Steve? How you doing? How you doing? uh, you know what I should do if I do take a vacation? I should go towards your towards where you live, and then work my way up to towards Maryland, and work my way up to Pennsylvania that way, and do that way. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. There's 2 people in Virginia I like to visit. I know where one of them, the other one lives. Yeah, it'd be great to hang around. Then we'll get really deep. We go in real deep. Then I can show you all the dragons that's following me. They think I'm fucking nuts. You know? The dragons. Which they think. Yeah. But some it's weird. I have pictures of small ones. I saw one dragon one time. It was nothing but a skeleton, you know? It showed the skeleton. It was a cloud of a skeleton dragon. It was like a little tiny one, you know? I have that on Facebook. I like that one. I looked at it. I was driving. It was like I was driving and I saw that. I said, "What? Is that what I think it is?" And I never seen a skeleton version of the dragon, you know. And then sometimes they show me like human figures. You know, I've seen human figures, which is really cool. And sometimes they showed me whales. Last one time I had pictures of whales. They showed me a lot of whale. It's like Star Trek. Remember Star Trek where the whale went upwards like that? Well, they made a whale doing the same thing. You know. Sometimes I see whales. Sometimes I see fishes. Yeah, there's one time I saw a fish out there. You know, it's funny when the blue whale trolls. You know, when the blue whale trolls start fucking with me, all of a sudden I start seeing fucking whales in the clouds. So and fishes in the clouds, which is like, okay, is that me manifesting the clouds? Or is it somebody out there, knowing what my every thoughts is creating and manifesting these things in the clouds, so that they're reading my mind at the same time. It's like the alien. It's like one day, I remember one day say, yeah, next I wanted I wanted to I said to myself, like, I want to see an alien. And then all of a sudden, like a couple days later, like the Virginia one, I saw an alien. It's like if I think of something and say this is what I want to see, this is what then they show themselves to me. You know, but I want to actually see an alien. I do really want to see. I really want to have one on my YouTube. Maybe one day I'll have a being come on YouTube and we can talk and they can explain themselves to us. Yeah, I know they don't believe in the chemtrails. It's crazy. You know, it's funny. It's funny. I posted every time I look up, I see a plane spraying fresh chemtrails right on top of me. It's like every time I look up, there's always a plane spraying fresh chemtrails. You know, it's like right on top of me. It's like they just constantly doing chemtrails on top of me. You know. Oh dang! Can we visit Langley Air Force Base in Virginia? Is there a tour? Is there a tour there in NASA? I would go there. Yeah, just check. I'm just curious about if there's a tour on the base. That'd be cool to see. I see all the. I've been to the one in Cape Canaveral down in Florida. I think that's Cape Canaveral in Florida. There's the NASA place down there. I've been on a tour for that one. That was pretty interesting. Not much to see. You got big old ships, big old rockets, and all that shit. I saw the moon rock. Yeah, that's a big thing. I saw the moon rock. in a fucking bulletproof fucking case, the moon rock, this little tiny piece of a moon rock. So okay, that's the moon rock. It looks like any other. It's funny. It's weird. To me, it's like any other rock that you see. Only thing different, it came from space. You know. Yeah. It's funny. It's like, yeah, I thought about it. Say, yeah, great. I saw the moon rock. it's from space. It's funny how we humans make a big deal out of the moon rock. We make a big deal out of a rock. That's why. There's one thing weird about me is like, okay, I think I've seen this shit before. Some part of me already been out in space. I know some part of me already been out in space, and I look at this moon rock and say, oh yeah, great. I'm impressed. They spent like $100 million over a fucking moon rock to bring back down. It's $1 million rock. You know, they put value on a fucking rock. That's one thing that's so stupid about humanity is like, why would you put value on a fucking rock? Because it's just a fucking rock from outer space. Yeah, our tax dollar. We pay for it. We paid millions of dollars to bring that rock. That one little piece of rock. We paid millions of dollars for that. And we're proud because we got that. We got a fucking rock from the moon. Oh my god, it's so funny. Just it's like it's like you see one. It's like you see one rock and you see them all. Why it's funny about that when I say that. It's like I feel like I've done it before, I feel like I've been there before, which is weird. But they think I'm fucking crazy anyways. They always will. The brainwashed greedy gold diggers will look at me like I'm crazy because I'm ruining their normal world. This is their normality. This is what they believe. They believe in their fucking. They live in a dome. This is a greedy gold digger. They live in a fucking dome. There's nothing outside the dome. That's what the greedy gold digger. That's why they never look up. You're right. They never look up because they like staying in their fucking dome because they feel safe. You know, they want to feel safe. That's the whole reason why we have greedy gold diggers in the world because they don't want to if they go. That's funny if a greedy gold digger leaves this world and goes to some other planet, they'd be shitting their pants. They would be shitting their pants. Everything about their world would be turned upside down. Because that would be that if I wasn't that would be me. That would be exactly me. If I saw something unusual, I would be shitting in my pants. I say, fuck, I would be pissing in my pants because this is not right. This is not right because we've always been this way. This is why. That's why I always tell them, we always been this way. This is what life is about. We always been this way. And then when they go outside the dome, then everything just goes upside down. That's one thing. And that's one thing I worry about the greedy gold diggers. Yeah, I worry about the greedy gold diggers. You know, because they're the ones who are going to suffer the most. I realize the greedy gold diggers who never look up, who always think this is what life is, they're the ones who are going to suffer the most. You know, their reality is not going to be what it is. Not going to the change that's going to come down here. It's going to flip everything upside down. You know, and it's going to flip everything. And these fucking greedy gold diggers, the end timer, the end timer bullshitters. The end timer is nothing but bullshit. To me, and there's no such thing. There is no end times. I'm going to tell you, fuckers. There's the only thing these end timers they're afraid to give up their greed. That's what end timers are about. These greedy gold diggers. They're afraid that they won't have their greed again. You know. So if you take away their greed, that's end times to them. That's how I figure how they are. Because they're so dependent on the economy. They always talk about the end timers. They always talk about the economy. They always talk about money. But if you took that away, they're useless. They're useless fucking people. And the only thing they want to do is fucking hunt. Hunt humans, and they want to have the excuse to shoot their guns. Shoot other humans in their Christian beliefs. I'm sorry to say that, but it's the truth. But these fuckers want to just fucking shoot. Yeah, they just want to fucking kill. So you got to change. So I'm changing the story. I'm changing. I'm changing the reality. I'm changing the time. I'm changing what reality is, and I'm making sure that these fuckers don't shoot these fucking innocent people because these fuckers will shoot innocent people. I'm gonna tell you that for even the poor ones, especially, they're gonna shoot poor innocent people. They can't survive. That's what these end timer Christians are preparing themselves for. That's the reality. Because that's the only people. The only people that they're going to be confronting is the poor people who has no food. So you better develop something in this world where poor people will have something, so they don't come to the point where they have to be violent. Because violence versus violence versus violence. That means death will follow. Death always follow these end timers. They've done it for thousands of years. Death follows them everywhere. Especially religion. Religious people, death just follows everywhere. Wherever they go, death follows. That's what religion is about. They're a death cult. That's what religion is about. Religious people are in a death cult. because they always pray. They always pray about praying about death. Praying about going to heaven. They if you think about it, I found out the book of death. I found out that the Bible is based on the book of death, the Egyptian book of death. But what about the book of life? What happened to the book of life? What did they do? Throw that away? They must have thrown the book of life away, but they kind of like used the book of death to their advantage. It's an Egyptian book. That's why everything. That's why there's a lot of death around here. That's why everybody worship and pray every day about death. It's like you pray every day, but it's always money related when you pray. If you notice that, it's a miracle. If I had $1 million, it's a fucking miracle. So you pray to your God for a miracle. So it's all about death. That's all they prey on people. That's why they pray. They prey on people. That's what this reality is about. It's all about preying on people. They are their prey. They take advantage of people, so they prey on them. That's what greedy gold diggers do best. They don't realize that we're all the prey. When you're a hunter, you hunt your prey down. That's what you do. That's what hunters does. They all hunt their prey. This is that's what these religious nutbags pray all the time. Because that's why they take advantage of it. Yeah. Yep. That's it. Because if you notice the pattern, you notice that the greedy gold digger fucking trolls. They do exactly what they do. They prey on you. They prey on you, and they find weakness, and then basically that's what business does. They always find a way to find a way. How do we take advantage of human beings? How do we make money off of these human beings? How do we make money off of these human beings? How do we profit? How do we get people to buy our stuff? How do we make believe that our stuff is the greatest stuff? So yeah, they prey on you. They prey on you on everything in life that you do. Especially you look at your fucking electricity and you look at your fucking gas bill, your gas and your electricity. These human beings are preying off of you. That's why they like to pray to their God. So they pray, say, "Oh, please don't shut my electricity. I pray to you, please don't shut my electricity. Please God, I don't want them to shut my." What can a fucking entity like that do? You have to ask the question: what can an entity like that do? This is a human being that's really preying off you to shut your electricity because you don't pay. That's what they do. This is what life is about. The hunter and its prey. Survival of the fittest. You look at survival of the fittest, the hunter and its prey. That's basically what life is about. Yeah. So I'm just giving you since I'm a simple person, Gnostic. I'm just giving. I guess you can make it more. You're more. You know. It's like I can't say those words. I don't. So yeah, I'm just simple person. That's all. But you get what I mean. That's why I like about Gnostic. But he gets what I mean. It's like a common sense. To survive in this world, you need common sense. Ooh, shit. Common sense. Steve, not just use your common sense. That's really, really, it's easy to understand this world if you know common sense. It's really simple like that. Don't make it hard. I found out that people in this world like to make everything complicated. So I kind of like made it easier. I made this world easier for me to understand. That's what I did. I kind of like made it easier to me to understand, you know. So it's like I kind of like didn't make I could because I can't understand the big word. I don't comprehend big words. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't comprehend big words. So the only thing I can use is small words that are easier for me to understand. So and sometimes I forget, but it'll pop in my head once sooner or later. So yeah, I'm just telling you guys, just use your common sense. If you don't, because you can see the world easily with common sense. You know, it's 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 equals 3. I got that from Destiny. So I give them the credit for that. 1 plus 2 equals 3. So look at the world like 1 plus 2 equals 3. Destiny, and there are people that talk bad about Destiny too. So I can't say anything bad about them. They just break down everything. Destiny kind of like breaks down everything in life, and to understand what life is, it's like a learning process where you break down everything and you understand how it works and where did it come. So it's kind of weird that I kind of like got that because I was technically in Destiny, but I wasn't with Destiny. You know, I was I was actually learning from them. I just didn't understand the self forgiveness process because there is a process that you go through in self forgiveness. Finland, huh? Yeah, Finland. That's cool. Yeah, I found that Anonymous been infiltrated. I found out. Yeah, I didn't like Anonymous when I first when I was in Destiny. I saw Anonymous, and I kind of like I didn't like Anonymous, because in a way they're not like they're not in the they're still in a lower level. The materials Anonymous is in a materialistic level when I first saw them, and the way their belief system. I know one thing I like about Anonymous is the collective. You know, I have to like them for the collective because I think being a collective is way perfect. But I don't like them in their patriotic beliefs. I don't like the patriotic part of Anonymous. I don't like you know especially the American one. It's too patriotic for me. I wasn't into being a patriot. I was never into patriotism because I realized patriotism is another. According to Destiny, according to what I learned, is that patriotism separates us, it segregates us. It kind of like divides and conquer us. Patriotism divides and conquer us, and we all become enemies in this world, in this one planet. So I realized that doesn't, patriotism doesn't really make us come together because we're always going to be enemies when we're patriotic against our greed. Is patriotism is based on money because it's all because the founders who founded America basically founded on greed and genocide. That's the reality of America. It's founded on greed and genocide. That's how America was founded. And people will look at me like I'm a fucking idiot, you know, and they don't believe in that shit because it's funny they can rewrite history in your fucking school book. That's one thing they don't understand, that they can rewrite your history on the fucking school book and make you believe that this happened. But they kind of like they don't go further back enough where they don't talk about the Trail of Tears in high school. I'm telling you, they don't talk about the Trail of Tears in high school because when I graduated high school, I didn't learn anything about Native American. I didn't learn nothing about Native American. All I learned was white history. George Washington and the lying shit Christopher Columbus. It's funny. It's like I was integrated into the school the lying history in school. Yeah. Basically, America was founded by greedy ass motherfuckers who committed genocide. That's the real truth about these forebears. And then turn around, they're fighting amongst each other, the Americans against the British, and then fucking the British infiltrated America. British infiltrated America, and then they took control of America. And then it's funny how the history is so twisted. It's like, yeah, British won. Is because we're still under British law in this world, in this fucking America. And people wouldn't believe that we're still under British law. I mean, we're slave. America is not. We don't have a queen. We don't have royalty in America. If you notice that every country has royalty, except for America. Every country has royalty except for America. Royalty. I don't think Mexico has royalty, but if you notice that. So technically, yeah, that's why I say we're the Queen actually owns us. The Queen is our master or mistress. She really owns America. But people they don't. That's why they create laws. That's why you have that's why they got legalese. That's why you have legalese. So they don't want you to know about the laws. That's why they have legalese. They want a whole different language so you don't understand what's fucking covered. They're covering up all their laws, telling us that this. They don't want us to know the truth about how America is run, how America is. America is nothing but a plantation. And it's funny that I found this girl who found a law that all this shit that we have, all this shit in my house, it's not mine. I found out all the shit, all the stuff that we have, this house, everything around us, it's not ours. Because the royal family owns what I buy. When I buy shit, it's not really my shit that I'm buying, The royal family owns it. So you got to ask permission from the royal family to say it's okay for me to own all my shit. So technically you don't really own anything in America. You don't really own anything, Yeah, you don't really own anything in this world. I mean, this whole America, you're not owner of anything. You may have stuff. I'm going to tell you, you may have a lot of stuff, but it's really not your stuff. You're a slave. Because we're still under British law in America. We're not really technically. We're not. They make us believe that we are American. They make us believe that we're patriotism. They make us believe that we're free. But really, we don't own nothing. Everything that you see in this house, I don't own it. Even the house, I don't own the house. It's like I don't own anything in this fucking anything. So these people, these greedy gold diggers in America, are so damn ignorant and stupid to believe that we own anything, but they don't realize that we're still under British law. We're still under royalty from the Queen. That's why it's funny. Like I said, I bring up the King James Bible, the King James Bible. Hint, King James Bible. So why do we have the King James Bible? The guy that I found out that King James was a child pedophile, rapist, eater. So this is what Christianity is about. They always go by by the King James Bible because royalty. They're all inbreds. They're all cannibals. And they eat children, and they fucking molest them. All royalty. This is royalty. So you can tell how now you realize how sick Christianity is because they read the King James Bible because it's white. You know, they changed the King James changed the Bible. You know, King James made the Bible to for him, you know, for his selfish reason to make everybody believe. You know, that's why in King James Bible there's so many sick parts. If you notice how much sick parts there are in there, you know, that's why women are slaves according to King James. You know, because that's royalty. You know, that's why these fucking Christianity believe in royalty. They're so gullible about that because they want everybody to be kings. You know, they always bring up kings and queens when they preach about it. So yeah, it tells you how sick they really are. They don't really know what they're preaching about, and they don't really know nothing about King James because they never asked question about King James. And I found out, you know, it's funny about that. It's like, you know, Marilyn Manson. Yeah, I like Marilyn Manson. He's pretty cool. Yeah, I like Marilyn Manson. I don't care. I don't care how I sound like. I don't care if you compare me to anybody else, you know. But I'm just telling you what is telling you the facts about your fucking world, you know? And my world is not your world. I look at it this way. My world is not your world because I see completely I see your world as upside down in reverse, you know? Yeah, beautiful people, beautiful people. Yeah, I love that song, Beautiful People, because it's always the beautiful people. You notice they always choose the beautiful people in this world because they're the ones who are the most corrupt, the beautiful people. Because and it's true. Beautiful people are more corrupt. They have more sex. You know, they're sometimes they're the richest people. Sometimes they're the poorest people too. You know, especially when it's women. Women, beautiful women can be poor as fuck. Beautiful man. Yeah, it's always about beautiful people in this world. You notice that you have to be beautiful because I noticed that you know the trend of being beautiful in this world. It's like you have to be a certain way. You have to dress a certain way. I say fuck you on being a clone because everybody looks alike. Yes, I realize that every human being they all like to look alike because they all follow the same trend. You know, they all follow the. They don't want to be. They don't really. I don't know. They like these certain brands, and I found out the people who own the brands are all fucking child sacrificers. They're all part of the rituals, you know. These fucking particular brands that people believe in, they don't realize they're all Luciferians within those brands that like Armani, you know, Gucci. You look at that. Look at the world that you don't even see. That's why you're so blind. You know, I go to Walmart. I don't care. I go to Walmart. You know, I like Walmart's, but Walmart itself is fucking sick too. The people in Walmart are sick. The rich assholes are all the sickest motherfuckers on this world. That's one thing that these fucking people don't realize how sick they really are in this world. You know, the part where they can get away with shit. You know, the part they don't even hear about what these rich assholes really do. You know, yeah, it's funny. It's funny. You have to give up your soul to be rich. Sometimes you have to give up your fucking soul. You have to give up everything about you. You know, and then they take advantage of you when you give up your soul. They take advantage of you. They make you do things that they don't want you to do when you're up there. I found out that they force you into things that you don't want to do in this world. You know, that's one thing about this world they don't want to tell you. Yeah, you know it's funny. I'm glad. I'm glad I'm glad people speak us, you know, who don't like me, because I'm going the right direction. If people don't like me, I am going the right direction. If I'm being made a fool, then I am going the right direction. Yeah, Chappelle. I feel bad for Chappelle. You can tell that's not Chappelle. You know, it's like when I saw the before and after picture of Chappelle. He was cloned. Chappelle was sacrificed. Chappelle was fucking sacrificed, and then he got cloned. And then it became this other Chappelle. I don't know who this Chappelle is. This is a totally. He's a muscly version of Chappelle. Chappelle was never muscly. It's like it's not Chappelle. Yeah, yeah. Chappelle's already dead. I'm gonna tell you, Dave Chappelle got sacrificed. They sacrificed him. They sacrificed his body, and now they got a clone version of. Let's find out that the cloning. I found out the clone version of Chappelle has an expiration date. So he has to go back to the cloning center and reclone himself just to keep himself alive because the cloning has they all expire. They don't live long, you know. Yeah, they don't live long. The clones, there's always one clone that's always taken over another clone. Britney Spears is a clone. Anybody is in the pop industry. I say anybody in the pop industry, they're all clones. Yeah, yeah, clone effect. Yeah, you can see that even Hillary Clinton is a clone, you know, and yeah, he's definitely a clone. I can tell that there's a big difference in him. Hillary Hillary Clinton is a clone, robotic, you know, and your presidents, they clone your presidents. I'm gonna tell you that right now. All your presidents are clones. Yeah, they're always gonna be a handler. You're right. You know. And it's funny. Here's these assholes who've been, fighting against the goat being a clone, and all of a sudden they've been cloning human beings for a long time, and they're fighting against, oh, we don't want no cloning of animals. We don't want to clone goat. And then turn around, they have clones right there in front of their face in the pop industry, in the pop and rap industry, because that's where all the money's at, pop and rap, you know because that's what they do. They're right in front of our face every fucking day, and it shows you how stupid we really are in this world. You know, it show you how really stupid we are in this fucking world. That it's right in front of our faces. They do. It's funny. They do it right in front of our fucking face. They do everything right in front of our face, and people wouldn't even notice. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I found out they have a grind. I found this one girl. I found a girl that they kind of like take her out of her original body, and they put her in a clone, and they go through a fighting rink, a gladiator rink, So they have all the people, like the royalty. They have royalties, all the stars, and they're all watching these clones fight each other. You know, and then that was so weird that I heard that, and then I found a version that she said that they were forcing the clones to eat baby, like she ate all these babies raw and cooked. They got all these people and they forced all these clone bodies that had the spirits inside of them, and they forced them to eat these babies raw and cooked. One was fried and one was raw. And if you don't, if it's like if you don't eat the babies, they killed the clones. They killed the body of the clones. You know. And then I found out that after they're done doing their little ritual thing, then all the clones jump into the grinder. They jump into the grinder. All the clones just jump into the grinder. That was it. And then all of a sudden they go back to their bodies, the original bodies. That's what I found out so far. You know. And then what's that one guy? I don't know. See if I can find her. I don't know if she's, some part of me doesn't, I don't know. I have her right now. Let me find her. I gotta find her. Let me look around. I like Simon Parks. He's good. Simon Parks. Third Phase of the Moon. Project Camelot. Is it Carly Newell? Oh yeah, her name is Carly Newell. Here's a little.
I sincerely wish that these celebrities would step forward and actually expose something instead of just give a little bit of a hint and then dip off the face of the planet just to continue being at the cloning center even after death. And who knows, are they gonna do it like Michael Jackson, where when he died, because his body was falling apart, he had really bad arthritis, and he didn't want to be in his anchor body anymore, so he did fentanyl to basically just kill himself, and then he was transferred to the cloning center after death into a fresh body, so he could watch his funeral, look at all the news reports, all of that crap. And now he's living in a clone body. He's a chip head, and he's somewhere in Saudi Arabia, because those people are nasty pedophiles, the Saudi royalty. It's bad. But man, all the people are out on vacation right now. This sucks. The only person at the beach wearing a black long sleeve shirt, long jeans, loafers.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's just weird too how I know that deep down Isaac Cappy wanted out of the Illuminati just like they all do. However, he signed a contract to them. He's not allowed to talk about Fight Club, Shh. Not allowed to talk about it. But yeah. So Isaac Cappy, if you're watching this right now from that goddamn cloning center, then screw you, dude, because you were counterintelligence the whole time. And that was pretty obvious after Fiona Barnett's falling out with you. And I think it's really low of you. Yeah, I'm talking to you right now, Isaac Cappy. I think it's really low of you to go without actually trying to make amends with people, without trying to bring the real truth out. It's like nice and quiet now for a second. There's nobody around me. And the lifeguard is patrolling. So after Isaac Cappy posted all of that stuff, his final suicide note, he post-dated at the end of it, July 4th of 2019. And he also said, "Return of the King and return to the light." Now, I don't believe for 1 second that July 4th of 2019 is any sort of real date of significance, because the Illuminati is super into gematria, you know. And so I went ahead right after he posted that and started looking up the results, see what it matched up with. And what I found was really creepy and relevant. So I'm just putting that out there. You can do it yourself. You can go look it up. I looked them up separately. So I looked up July 4th, 2019, and then I looked up Return of the King, and then I looked up Return to the Light. So I'll let people do their own research and fiddling around with that. But after doing that, I was even more certain that, like, that date and those phrases meant something more than just their surface value. Because why would you end your suicide note that way? You know? So after that, I talked to somebody, and they seemed to understand why I was so weirded out with the gematria results or what have you. And then I got into a fight with this person. They seem to have a lot more apathy and misanthropic tendencies and feelings of nihilism towards the world, whereas at this point in my life, all I care about is basically saving mankind. Like, nothing else is more important. And by doing that, you need to wake up the public about the cloning centers, about this technology, about the Illuminati, because it is the root of all of our problems in society. It really is. If you don't understand how human cloning and REM consciousness transfer works, then you're going to be totally lost. You're going to be sucked into the lies of political theater and all of that bullshit, because that's all that it is. All of these politicians, Bernie Sanders, Trump, Hillary Clinton, Obama, they're all good friends on the cocktail circuit and the cloning center circuit, and they really don't give a shit about us. They really don't. So for people to get lost in the talking heads of politics, it's complete division. People fall for it so much. Oh my God. This guy's got the right idea. Just rolling my skateboard. But yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So in the future, I don't know if other celebrities are going to step forward forward and actually say something, or if they're all just going to be too pussy to actually say anything. Like, look at Britney Spears, for example.
Britney Spears.
Ever since she was a kid, she's been, transferred into her clone's body at the cloning center, so every nasty, fat, old, ugly man in a suit can bang her every night. She wants this to end more than anyone. Well, no, probably not. That's probably Donald Marshall and Aldo. By the way, if you have questions surrounding the cloning center, the Vril reptilians, or archons or demons or whatever you want to call them, there's so many different semantics for the Vril. You can go subscribe to Aldo's channel, which is a voice from the deep underground. I'll put a link in my description, but he does a live stream every Wednesday at 11 p.m. Eastern, I believe. And Donald Marshall shows up sometimes. But yeah, you should go follow Aldo. And I know that they're playing that game right now where they say they don't know me, but they do. And I love you guys. So there's that. And yeah, basically, I just wanted to talk about Isaac Cappy and that whole situation. So on Sunday night, after I got into a fight with this person, turned off my phone. I was like, I need to take a break from social media. I need to take a break from talking to people. I just need to focus on my happiness and to ground myself, to, to breathe a little bit. And I think a lot of people will understand that. Like, if you take a hiatus from the internet for like a couple of days, you feel refreshed. You feel like your soul is renewed a little bit, and just spend some time meditating, more time thinking than talking, more time praying and reflecting than just pumping out the word vomit. So they didn't wave. They didn't want to wave at me, huh? My hand is hurting from holding my camera.
Okay.
Tripod right now.
There you go. At least you got an idea. Her name is Carly Newell. You know, so I've been watching her a lot. You know what she's been through, and then the other guy. So yeah, watch Carly Newell. She'll give you a lot of details about a lot of things. What goes in the dark side of these fucking nutbags. Yeah, I know. She's traumatized. Carly Newell's pretty traumatized what they've done to her. They talk about trauma. It's like they take you out of your body and they do a soul transference to a cloning body, and then they make you go fight in a fighting rink. You know. It's weird. It's like I can use the samurai because I used to be warriors, and my otherwise I used to be warriors. Imagine bringing them out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she's safe. It's like I think she's. Yeah, I don't know if she's safe, to be honest. She's doing these videos, so she's doing it at her own risk. At showing these videos. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. the underworld. We have the underworld here in America that's related to politics. It's related to politics. It's related to religion. It's all lead to these fucking people. That's why they have control of us. Yeah, they have control. They control everything about us. Yeah, I don't. Oh no, she does. I'm sorry. She does it. I mean, she just happened to pop up. That's the whole reason why I got her. I unsubscribed to. I subscribed to her. Subscribe to her, Steve. And then you get really deep if you get to know her. You get really deep. It usually go deep. I mean, it goes really deep. And then people, we have this, we always thought we were all positive in this world, but really we're run by negative entities, negative people in this reality. Yeah. There's a lot of people she's not the only one. There's other people. Let's see. I only get the main ones, really. I get Edge of Wonder, Real Conspiracy. I don't like Real Conspiracy, but it's kind of like, I just don't like the religious belief of Real Conspiracy. Les Pinier. Les Pinier is pretty interesting. Les Panier. I look at him. Let's see. Is Morning Mayhem? Man, she's okay. I got a lot of anonymous. Marian Delgado. She's a really good one. I like Marian Delgado. She was kind of like my inspiration. Yeah, she's kind of like, she's from Canada. She's with the natives right now. Yeah, Marian Delgado. I listened to her for a long time. I got Jay Essex in here. Frank Zhu. Frank Zhu is really good on metaphysical. David the Shield, tall white, I got him. I got some Destiny people. I got Syrian girl. She's in here. I don't hardly see her anymore. Julia Gulia. I got David Wilcott. I got him down. I got everybody down. It's like I'm so versatile on everything that I listen to. So it's like I don't listen to a particular group, because I realize I just rather just combine them all together and see. That's how I come out for my own self. What it's like, leave an open mind. That's all I could say, is that you need to leave an open mind to understand all this reality, because it's going to shock you. I mean, yeah, Project Camelot was my big inspiration. I remember Project Camelot back in like 2007, 2008 when they first came out. When Kerry Cassidy and that one other Australian guy that was with her. Yeah, they were kind of my inspiration. I used to watch them a lot. Project Camelot. Lyle was with Destiny, you know. Yeah. I like Kerry Cassidy. I mean, she's pretty cool, but it's like she's kind of I don't know. I don't know. There's something about her that's kind of like I don't like her tone. I don't like Kerry Cassidy's tone, you know. But I like the people that's coming out to her. The people you got to listen. She does ask the right question. I'm going to tell you that she does ask the right questions, you know. And then she does push the the people. She does push the people and coming out, you know, coming out with the answers. But it's kind of hard to push them, you know. So yeah, I do like Kerry Cassidy. She's not bad. Then I was with Project Avalon with that other guy, you know. Then I saw fucking what's his name? I don't know. I keep on forgetting the other guy's name, the Project Avalon guy, the Australian guy, you know. And then I found out he was attacking of what's his name? He was attacking David God, all of a sudden I forgot his name. That's fucked up. How do I forget his fucking name? I can't even say his name. Ah, man. Fuck. Sorry. I just lost my train of thoughts. I can see his name. I know who it is, but I can't say his name. It just all of a sudden I can't even say his name. That is so weird. I can't even say his fucking name. Yeah. Corey Good. Yeah, Corey Good. You read my mind. Corey Good. Yeah. Project Avalon was attacking Corey Good, you know? And it's like, I like the Australian guy, but it's like, he's kind of like, he doesn't want to face the reality, you know? But he was speaking, when his first show came out, he's speaking the guy who controlled the whole fucking world. He's speaking with the bodyguard of the guy of somebody that was controlling the whole world, you know. And he didn't have a college education. I can tell you, this guy didn't have no college education at all, and he's like very brilliant, very smart. You know, he didn't have. You know, you could tell the way he was speaking, his English accent. It was weird. It's like he didn't. You could tell he's not a well brought up person, but he's like there's something different about him that I felt, you know. But he was like the bodyguard of these fucking people who control the whole fucking planet. And he's the one who kind of like just, you know, he's the one who kills. You know, if people comes out, you know, they pick and choose who dies. You know, it's like me. It's kind of weird. You know, it's like the more I talk about this stuff, it's like nothing happens anyways because I'm just a nobody. It's like no one sees me. You know, I realize that no one really sees me, so I'm not much of a threat. You know, I realize I'm not much of a threat to nobody. You know, which is kind of weird. But in a good way, I'm glad I'm not a threat to nobody. But when I talk about the shit I talk about, then just the common people that kind of like, they like to fucking, fuck with me, you know. So I don't see myself as a threat to anybody because I'm really. It's like I'm the person that is like in the background of the crowd. You can't see the person behind the crowd. That's who I am, you know. It's like Corey Good and David Wilcock. They're like I mean, they're they're right in front of everybody, you know? So they have a good chance. Yeah, all I can do is take their. I've always been open-minded, you know? I like being open-minded about everything. It doesn't shock me as bad anymore. I mean, when I first heard about when I saw Climate Up Project, it's like I wanted to see more. You know, once I started knowing more, I just wanted to see more. Say, okay, then you start getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and also now it's like fucking 11 years from now. You know, 11 years of knowing. You know, wanting to know this or wanting to know that. Say, what the fuck? It's like now all of a sudden you're really deep. You know, fleet in the alliance and all that shit. Say, yeah, I want to know more. You know, I want to know fucking more. You know, what the fuck is going on? You know, it's like what the fuck is going on behind our fucking backs while we're doing our jobs every fucking day. You know, that's when I question my job. That once I started to know all this stuff, then I question my job. You know, then I question everything around me and say, what the fuck am I doing this fuck? What am I doing? Why am I doing this shit? You know? And then, you know, it's funny. I'll show you one of my inspiration. This was like a really old video. Show you something. Hopefully I can find it. This will blow your mind away when you hear this, if I can find it. I know exactly what it is. Here it is.
The Rhodesian nationalist leader, Bishop Abel Muzorewa, has accepted Mr. Smith's
This influenced me.
an internal settlement based on one man, one vote. But he says there are conditions. These include stopping the execution of all captured prisoners of war.
This is the reason why am I fucking working? This is what inspired me right here. Aquarius.
and you show yourselves willing to do this. You have but a short time to learn to live together in peace and goodwill. Small groups all over the planet are learning this, and exist to pass on the light of the body new age to you all. You are free to accept the
Then he goes, why does this? And they run on.
They are now the voice of Brilon, representative of the Ashtar Galactic Command, speaking to you. Be aware also that there are many ghost habits and guides that are operating on your health. They will suck your energy from you, the energy you call money, and will put into evil hands, giving worthless dross in return. Lock your behind self to protect your focus. You must become sensitive to voices learn to listen to the voices.
Really talking radio I can
That was one. That's when I heard this for the first time. That was the first thing I heard in my whole life when I heard that voice from Ashtar Command. That's what changed me to believe that in the free society because of these fucking people. Because they wanted originally when they came here in 1977, they told us to stop. They told us to stop everything that we do on this world, and come to a balance. That's the reason why they came here, to tell us that, because they know that everything that we're doing is pretty negative, according to these people, And yeah, they're that's one of my inspiration on the free society. Other than that, the three books of the Lightworker kind of inspired, kind of like it all started from this fucking. It all started from the 1977. Them coming and communicating with us. They communicated with us in 1977. They communicated with us, but we got these fucking assholes, these greedy gold diggers, that said no. They want to keep us as a slave in this world. They've been trying to persuade us not to fucking work, not to be who we are in this negative world. They knew that we were going to ascend in the age of Aquarius. This is in the age and we are at the point, we're at the age of Aquarius right now. We are at the age of Aquarius right now. That's when and they're right about the solar flare. This is the solar flare that's supposed to make us ascend, according to them too. So yeah, the change is coming. I mean, the change is fucking coming, and people are so wrapped up and so distracted about their reality that they don't realize that the human being can evolve and ascend, just like they can. The ones out there, the ones out there, they all ascended, in their physical form, that they used to be. And just we should, by now we should be at the point where we're past the 1977 and now we should be past the point of fuel and gas. So right now we're somehow something went off on our timeline. That's the Ashtar Command. That was the Ashtar Command communicating with us in 1977. And another thing I found another guy who came from. His name is Thor. And he came from, and he went to the Congress. An alien being from. His name was Thor. I'll show you another one. Let me find him. His name is Val. His name is Valiant Thor. His name is Valiant Thor. He was from I think he was from Venus, and he came on our planet to let us to tell the Congress people that you need to, we're here to change. They want us to change in our negativity, in what we're doing right now. They want us to stop what we're doing. They've been telling this since fucking 1950. Valiant Thor. Let me find another version of Valiant Thor. I got an idea. Yeah, the extraterrestrial who had a message. This is during 1950.
One of the most overwhelming pieces of evidence in relation to the issue of national security regarding the story of extraterrestrial life is that of an alien known as Val Valiant Thor. Though many skeptics widely regard the existence of extraterrestrials as being an incredible impossibility, not only is there overwhelming evidence of extraterrestrial life having visited our pale blue planet, but that this life infiltrated the highest levels of government and manipulated high military intelligence officials before finishing his mission.
That's Valiant Thor right here.
His gathered intelligence.
He looks
The name
human.
of this extraterrestrial was that of Val Valiant Thor, and according to the evidence recovered, he is merely one of many others that have used the same tactics and strategies to infiltrate different levels of government security, proving the issue of extraterrestrials to be that of national security concerns and overwhelming threat of outside life. Back in 1967, the extraterrestrial community became aware of the book titled Stranger at the Pentagon, that detailed information regarding a possible extraterrestrial visitor that worked alongside
Valiant Thor.
intelligence officials at the Pentagon.
He looks like us.
Though many believed that perhaps the book was nothing more than a hoax, recent news had surfaced about the legitimacy of the book when it was authenticated by the whistleblower Phil Schneider, who not only agreed that the book was a factual description of the events regarding the Pentagon, but that the extraterrestrial known as Val Valiant Thor worked alongside his father. In fact, Phil Schneider went on record and claimed that he had a picture of Val Valiant Thor and showed it to many different people at his lecture taken back in August 1943, with irrefutable proof of the location being taken at a high military intelligence official location. Unfortunately, before further copies of the image could be created, Phil Schneider had been found dead shortly thereafter, making the last video recording of Phil Schneider the only evidence of his claims, and the picture he possessed, which could be found on YouTube today. Due to this, Phil Schneider's passing makes the last video clip recorded and the book the only surviving witness account of the events. According to the book, Val Valiant Thor landed on March 16, 1957, in Alexandria, Virginia, where two policemen approached the craft with their weapons drawn on the alien, only for him to immediately counter their attacks by using advanced techniques of what was described as thought transference to essentially use mind control to manipulate the policemen to drop their weapons and drive him to Washington, D.C., which is exactly what they did without any hesitation or struggle. This would not be the last of the extent of this mind control tactic used, as Val Valiant Thor would then go on to manipulate high military personnel that allowed him to pass through high security posts to reach the Pentagon, and then furthermore the White House itself, to be granted an audience with their then United States President Dwight D. Eisenhower. This is where the alien's dishonesty would shine and the clear statement of his intentions would come through. Val Valiant Thor made the incredible claim to the United States President that his mission was to come to the planet Earth and provide a means to not only grant free energy for all of the Earth's residents, but to usher in a new golden age that worked to solve all illnesses, deformities, crippling conditions, and so on, though never described an actual definition as to what he perceived as illness and crippling conditions. Though many supporters of Val Valiant Thor himself believe this to be a genuine want and proposition, here at Unexplained Mysteries, there appears to be overwhelming evidence for the contrary. In fact, it appears to be obvious that the intentions of Val Valiant Thor were far more sinister than expected. The striking noticeability of these sinister means was his blatant disregard for the right to free will. All throughout the book and various witness accounts, it talks about how Val Valiant Thor used strange techniques in telepathy and mind control to gain access to high military intelligence, or to trick individuals into helping him for various tasks and access points. These strange mental tricks included making people act as a slave to his will, causing people to see odd and vivid hallucinations of all different kinds, as well as convincing complete strangers to trust him and become attracted to him as he gave lectures at random alien and UFO meetups across Virginia and Washington, D.C. These tricks and miracles would only become more and more horrifying in their nature as the true mission of Val Valiant Thor came to light. Even though the extraterrestrial visitor was a self-proclaimed savior of humanity, supposedly wanting nothing more than to provide a vaguely advanced technology capable of curing all disease and illnesses, as well as providing free energy, next to no effort was provided into completing this mission. In fact, when Val Valiant Thor approached the President of the United States and came forward with his proposition, Dwight D. Eisenhower said that it could very well cause a danger to the industries of capitalism and to humanity in general if there were no struggles left to overcome, claiming that obstacles and pain are the driving forces of human nature, and if a supposed peace on Earth were to exist, humanity would slowly devolve into nothing, and no great minds could prosper and solve issues if no issues existed. Essentially clarifying that if all our help came from an extraterrestrial force, humanity would be forced into a premature state of infancy, relying solely on extraterrestrial technology, and become an inherent slave race of these forces.
Oh my God, that's a lie.
This, Val Valiant Thor completely redacted his efforts to provide these technologies and seemed almost perfectly content with not helping humanity. In fact, the whole proposition turned out to be nothing more than an obvious bluff. Shortly after this, Val Valiant Thor then began to try to convince the United States President if he could take him aboard his spaceship and take him back to his home planet, Venus. Eisenhower then asked Val Valiant Thor where his home planet was specifically and what it was like. Val Valiant Thor then replied that his home planet was the planet Venus, the second planet from the Sun, and that it was paradise on Earth with beautiful lush green forests and heavenly atmospheres. Of course, at this time, no one was aware what the surface of Venus looked like, and though the planet was known to have a lot of the same characteristics as Earth, nothing else more was understood. The truth is known today that the surface of Venus is a blazing hot planet, which is more hell-like in its appearance than anything Val Valiant Thor claimed for it to
They
be,
lie.
marking one of the first and obvious dishonest statements he would provide. Luckily, the president had the sense to refuse and instead had the extraterrestrial detained at the headquarters of the Department of Defense, known as the Pentagon. This move turned out to be exactly what the extraterrestrial visitors were looking for, as Val Valiant Thor allowed many to believe he was contained within the Pentagon. But many other witness reports discussed personnel seeing Val Valiant Thor roaming around the area without supervision and accessing secret military intelligence files. It was believed that Val Valiant Thor was using a nearly supernatural ability, as many of these witness reports regarded seeing the alien in an ethereal form wandering around, but when they would enter the room he was supposedly staying in, he would be there acting as if nothing was going on. Shortly after these stunts, it became apparent that the alien could not be completely contained, and that he was perhaps acting as a spy to gather intelligence information for extraterrestrial forces. These tensions reached a climax after the Department of Defense began doing state-of-the-art testing against the clothing materials brought by Val Valiant Thor himself. The materials were described as being completely indestructible in nature. When Val Valiant Thor became aware of these tests, he merely sniggered and explained that humans were not capable of causing any damage to his clothes or to himself, and seemingly laughed off the idea of being stopped. Threatened by this, the United States general conducting the investigations confronted Val Valiant Thor, seemingly immune to his attempts at mind control, and made a few key observations. The general brought up the fact that it seemed more than a little peculiar that Val Valiant Thor would make his appearance only after the invention and use of the nuclear weapon. The general then clarified that even though modern weapons were incapable of damaging the clothes and the extraterrestrial himself, he was more than aware of how an atom bomb works, and how it not only annihilates all matter, but that due to the neutrino bombardment, atoms themselves are split apart, essentially threatening the alien that if a weapon can't hurt him, an atom bomb surely could. The general then made the rather brilliant connection that it appeared to him that extraterrestrials were now only getting involved as a ploy to gather military intelligence due to their fear of humanity's ability to now stand a chance in a fight. Val Valiant Thor then confirmed his sinister orders by not only clarifying that there were other extraterrestrial beings infiltrating the United States, a supposed 77 others in fact, but that even more were walking amongst the human race all across the world, a number that would only continue to grow in the coming years. Not only does this wholeheartedly prove the extraterrestrial intention against the human race, but that the threat of these alien visitors as a national security safety concern is overwhelming in nature. But what do you all think of these stories and the philosophies of Val Valiant Thor? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries.
Yeah, that's another guy I like, Valiant Thor, because he was going to bring free technology down here, you know. And I guess Luciferians, they don't want us to have all that shit. They don't want us to have all the tech. Look at them. Look at the Nazis. Look at the technologies the Nazis have. They already had the freak technology in World War II. I mean, the Greys came down there to help the Nazis get their fucking flying saucers, And Valiant Thor happened to go to America, and it seems like we got to catch. He wanted us to catch. I guess he wants us to catch up with the fucking Nazis. They don't want us. So I think the Luciferian cults didn't want us to have the freak technology because they became so paranoid. They became so paranoid. It's just. It shows you how fucked up our society is. Because we had a future here on our planet before. We had future here many times on this planet. That's one thing that these dumb motherfuckers in fucking politics I don't want anybody in politics to tell me whether I should what I should need and what I don't need. That's one thing I don't want. I don't want nobody in politics tell me what I should need and what I don't need. If I want that free technology, I should have my own free will saying that I want the free technology, I don't want no fucking corporate goonhead speaking for me. I really do not want no corporate goonhead or politicians to speak for me, They don't speak for me. I look at it this way. I am separated from these fuckers. If I want free technology, I want free technology. Whether these greedy fucking gold diggers, greedy fucking gold diggers, they ruined everything. These fucking Luciferian greedy gold diggers, they ruin every fucking thing every time a being comes down on this fucking planet, and tells us we should quit, and tells us that we should, the goal is like having we would right now if we had this technology since 1967, we wouldn't be living a life like this. We wouldn't live in this fucking hellhole like this if these guys came down here, So yeah, I don't want, to be honest, I do not want a politician, corporate, Luciferian, whatever they call themselves. I don't want them to tell me I can't have have this technology, I'm gonna make, that's one thing I hate about these fucking paranoid, these people are, human beings are afraid, they're afraid of the word free. That's why I talk about free so much. It's like, they're afraid of the word free because, they want everybody, when you're free, you're not suffering. You don't have to be suffering. I don't want to fucking suffer in this fucking hellhole we live in. Because that's all they do. That's all they do. They all want us to suffer. It's funny. Humanity been suffering. Humanity been suffering for I think, this is the 6th wave right now. We're almost at the 7th wave of human beings. Imagine 7 waves of human beings suffering. It's like that. I'm just fed up. I'm tired of living in a primitive world. I'm tired of living in this primitive. To me, this world is primitive. I'm being blunt. This world is primitive, and humanity, and they got dumbass fucking humans who don't want to feel like they're really. They don't want a life like a really, really nice life. Where I could, everything is clean. I mean, every fucking thing is clean. It's like you walk out the door, you can smell fresh air, instead of smelling fucking chemtrails. Let's smell the fresh chemtrails. That's what we should do. Everybody should go outdoor and smell the fresh chemtrails, But if it wasn't for this fucking guy that came to the Pentagon, it's like he didn't threaten them. Not really. He didn't really threaten them. They were threatened because he overcome their mind control in this world. He overcome their mind control, and that was a threat to the people who are controlling us. He was more a threat of the people who were controlling us. Were finding ways to control. Having a guy that has an ability to fucking reflect the control that reflect the mind control that they do on us every fucking day. This guy will break through this shit, this reality, compared to the fucking humans today. I'm just saying. We have beings here that really actually visit us, and these fucking assholes who control our lives, these corporate assholes control our life, doesn't want us to see that shit. Doesn't want us to hear that shit. And then we get the fucking brainwashed sheep asshole people that are so afraid of this shit. Because they're afraid of the unknown out there. They don't know what to expect when they look at the unknown out there. So we got paranoid, schizophrenic people here that are so afraid, they can't handle it. They cannot handle what's out there, so their safety is here in this planet. Their safety is here in this planet, and just I'm just sick and tired of being fucking safe and listening to these fucking corporate assholes. Corporate, government goonhead, Luciferian, whatever, Luciferian assholes who are suppressing us because we can't live that life, we can't live the life that what's out there, because out there, it's free. Yeah, they do exchange. I mean, I found out, their version of exchange is you get a ship, but you have to be, you have to become friends with them. You have to be friend. They don't just these beings. They just don't give you. They just don't give you anything up there. They just there's a whole reason why these fucking the dark state. They just go in and take whatever they want. Or some of these beings are so gullible. They give them what they want. But most of these beings, they usually when you exchange, it's usually in a friendly gesture. It's funny. It's like they exchange, ships. They do exchange ships out there, But you have to do it in their cultural ways on how to be being friends, But Americans are too fucking corrupt because they'll take advantage of these beings out there that are willing to give up, willing to give you something for friendship, But human beings don't understand that. Because they're so corrupt with greed, they're so greedy. They're so greedy in so many ways, but they don't want. Some of these cultures, they're offended. There's some of the cultures you can offend them so easily they will kill you. If you understand what I'm saying. Some of these beings cultures, especially reptilians. Reptilians give some of the technology to the dark state. Some of the reptilians gave some technology to the dark state. But they're using the dark state. They're using them. The reptilians are actually using them, not because they are their slaves. Dark state is a slave to the fucking reptilians. That's being blunt. That's what they are. They're a slave to the reptilians because they gave up. They gave into them. So now it's like it's like the ones who control us are so dumb as fuck. I mean, the ones who. The corporation and government, they're so fucking stupid. They made a contract with these grays or these alien beings say it's okay to abduct us. This is how ignorant and stupid they really are. This is why I don't want them to talk for us. This is why I don't want the government corporation to talk for us because they're fucking morons and idiots. When it comes to fucking negotiating with a fucking alien. They're fucking morons and idiots, and they don't know what they're getting themselves into. That's another thing you don't understand. They do not know what they're getting themselves into when it comes to fucking negotiating and because they can't. It's funny when you're greedy and you're selfish and you're self-serving and you're like a warmonger. You have no good chance of finding a positive being out there. You have not a good chance of finding a positive being because they don't want your negative ass. They don't want to be near your negative. That's why they avoid us. That's why they call us animals. So for me, it's like I don't want them to. This is my. I don't want them to represent me. I'm completely independent from these fucking greedy ass gold diggers. I am completely independent. I want to be completely independent away from these greedy ass gold diggers. And I don't want the corporate government politicians representing me, to represent the ones outside. I'm here to represent myself. I don't care what these fuckers said. I'm here to represent myself as a positive, at least something positive, But these negative assholes, these negative stupid motherfuckers that we got on this fucking planet. Do not know what the fuck they're getting themselves into, And that's how they end up with the reptilians. The Nazis, when I heard that, how ignorant the Nazis really are, you're willing to give up our own kind, 250 of our own kind to the fucking reptilians, It shows you how ignorant they really are in this world because now they're stuck. Now the Nazis are stuck with the reptilians. Now the reptilians can use them to go any other planet and invade any other planet out there. So it shows you how ignorant these fuckers are, you know? Yeah. But so the dark state, the dark state space fleet, you guys are fucking, it sucks that you are stuck the way you are, Maybe you like it. That's why I talk bad about these fucking people who believe that they have the control, but really the reptilians have control of the human beings. That's one thing. That's what makes them so ignorant. You can never control a reptilian. I can tell you right now, you can never control the reptilians. But they're so ignorant. They believe they have control, but they don't, because they read your mind. They know everything. They know your move before. Like I said, they know your move before you know your move. They're always 10, 20 steps ahead of you. All these beings out there, they're all 10, 20 steps ahead of you, human beings, because you're so stuck and numb and don't even have abilities. So you're not prepared what's going to come to you. If you don't have any abilities, then you're fucked if you don't have abilities, Because these people, these beings out there, like they'll know your move before you know your move, That's the way it works. It's like you see their ships. When you look at their ships, you see how fast their ships are. Can a fucking can your fastest plane catch up with these ships? No. You have no chance against these ships, Because they'll fly 100 times around the circle of your jet fighter. They'll fly around the circle while you're flying. While you're flying, you're trying to shoot down the saucer. That's how primitive humanity is. They'll fly around in circles with your fighter plane at Mach 5, whatever, Mach 3, Mach 4. They'll still fly around in circles around them, And then it's funny. It's like you can never catch up with them because they're always gonna fucking go. They're always gonna open something up, to get away from you because it's always fast. If you notice that, And it shows you how ignorant and stupid we really are, because you have no chance against these fuckers, It's like you guys are preparing yourself, but you don't know what you're preparing yourself against. You don't know what you're gonna face. Some of these beings are friendly. You gotta tell who's friendly and who's not friendly. So you gotta be aware who is friendly. You can't just shoot them because you can't kill them. They get taken out. They're like 20, 30,000 years ahead of us. Maybe some of them are 1 billion years advanced than we are. I'm going to tell you, some of these beings are 1 billion years advanced than we are. So don't tell me you say you're modern. You're not modern in this world. You guys are primitive. You think like a primitive, and your whole fucking economy is fucking primitive because all you do is suck. You're all about servicing your own self. That's it. These beings out there, I'm going to tell you, the beings out there, they're all one. They're all a collective. They all care about each other. They all take care of. There's no such thing as a homeless person out there. There's no such thing as a home. Even the negative beings, there's no such thing as homeless people because they're all one too. The negative ones, It shows you the problem. Reptilians are warrior base type beings. I'm going to tell you, reptilians are warrior base, and it's survival of the fittest. It's like being a Klingon almost. You can, comparing them to the Klingon, It's like, but a little bit more harsher, I think, because it's like reptilians. You got to be careful with reptilians, especially the warrior ones. You better be careful with them because you don't want to. It's like I said, I found out it's like you look at them one wrong way. It's like you're dead real fast, and they're taller than you. And they have a one thing different about reptilians that they're protected by their whole body is nothing but like armor in a way. So you're punching the fuck out of them, you know? Punch the fuck out of reptilians with their fucking armor, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there are some beings out there that have mental disability. There's something wrong with them. And there are beings out there that are really positive and really, far out, man, it's like, but they're selfish, just like Christianity. That's, where Christianity is from, these selfish ass fucking Palladians. Palladians are very selfish. That's why they're so selfish, It's in a strange way on their influence, because I found out positive ones can be selfish. I just found that out, which I thought they were all selfish, I mean, yeah, some alien. I mean, they don't. It's funny. They don't know. They don't know our customs in this world. The aliens do not know about our customs. I mean, there are a few that observes us and lives amongst us, and they do know our customs, But some of them just comes down here anytime they want, and they take what they want. They take us. They take us whenever time they want. They don't care, really. If you think about it, they don't fucking care. They just randomly choose people and they just take them. And then I found out, the dark state, they've been abducting human beings, and then they were selling human beings as livestock. Listen to what I said. They were selling human being as livestock to certain beings out there that likes to have Thanksgiving with a human being. Hint hint, human being as the turkey. Yeah, they breed human beings. I mean, there's some beings out there that they do breed human beings, just like cows. How we breed cows. If you look at cows, we do the same. They do the same thing with human beings because we're no different from an animal, according to them. The only thing different is we talk. We can build things. We can do all kinds of things for them. Yeah. So yeah, I'm aware of the livestock, the human livestock that they're doing. Thanks to Corey Good. Thanks to Corey Good that he kind of like opened his mouth about that. I'm glad he opened his mouth. So I give him all the credit for that. Just like David Wilcock, I give him all the credit for everything he's doing. Because I'm glad Corey Good come out and kind of like show us the worst reality about humanity. That's why that's like, I don't want to take the credit. I'm not here. I'm just here to pass the word along. That's what I'm doing. I'm just passing the word along, But I got my own, that's my own way of learning for my own self, because I'm always learning something new and understanding something new. It's like I realize that, if you go out in the fucking parks, you get abducted. They take you. If you're an engineer, the one thing I found out, they like engineers, They like anybody who now knows how to do construction, And then sometimes they get kids and they train them to be like soldiers. The first like they live in space for 20 years, and then they grow up and they become super soldiers, and they get to wear all the uniforms, the armor, and everything. That's what I found out. And then they go I found that the in processing is at the moon to in process, like the army does. And then they go to Mars and they do training. And then I found out there's a human colony on Mars. I found out there's a human colony on Mars, and they're all Nazis. I mean, they're all not. I found out they're not just white. They're mixed. That's one thing about Nazis. They're all mixed. And then and they have a completely different way of learning compared to us. But they do have their slaves. They do have slaves on Mars, human slaves, and I found out they manipulate. The ones on the ship, the kids on the ship, they all believe that Earth is blown up. Earth doesn't exist. Earth is blown up. So that's what they're telling them on the fucking ship. That's what they're telling them on the fucking ship, that the Earth is gone. So now they're stuck. Now they believe they're stuck on that ship, and now they're forced to train into either they're going through the fucking sex. They go through because there's a lot of fucking disgusting things they do up there. There's a lot of disgusting things they do up there that I can't even fucking can't explain. It's like there's a lot of pedophilia. There's a lot of raping, and it's funny how it is up there. There's a lot of sex trafficking too. There's a lot of fucking sex trafficking up there, even in space. So it's not just humanity. Humanity is we got sex trafficking here. We got they traffic children all the way up in space too, to Mars, to other beings. Then they become slaves to these other beings. So yeah, we are definitely a slave race. We are a slave race. We're not really totally free. According to and then I found out they were fighting because they don't want us to be free in this world. The beings out there, they don't want us to be free. Because I'm aware. One thing about me, I'm aware of those beings knowing that they don't want us to be they don't want us to be free, because it goes against everything what they are. Because we are them. We are like the Frankenstein of all the different fucking DNAs of them. We're like the Frankenstein with all the DNAs of them, and they don't want us because they call us as the experiment. We are the experiment. That's what they call us, the experiment on this world. So like the manipulation of everything that we do in this life, in this world, is all fucking. It's about speeding the process of ascension. They're speeding the process of our ascension, because pain is one thing that speeds it up. Pain and fucking fear is another thing that speeds us up. But there's a point where if you're gonna ascend, that means you have to go back being positive. After all your pain is done, after all the pain that you're going through, then you have to become positive. You have to calm down, and then the ascension happens just like that. And they know about the sun. I mean, yeah, they know about one thing. According to Corey Good, they know about the sun that's going to change us. They know that the sun's going to change our DNA. It's a DNA change for everybody else. It's an ascension for everybody else. It's like being you're still a human being, but you're still an energetic being at the same time. You're taking the physical body with you in an energetic form, but you're becoming one with the body. You're actually becoming one with the body, because right now you're not one with your body. You're kind of like you're two different. You're like two different entities in one body. The body itself is just an entity, and the fucking the energetic being is actually a separation from the body. But they want you to become one with your body, and then you become something else that humanity doesn't want is scared of. It becomes something else, almost like a superhero. You're like according to Corey Good, we're going to be just like superheroes in a strange way, but we'll be up in another different type of Earth. We'll be on the same Earth, but it's a totally different type of Earth, or Gaia, Which I'm just curious about it. That's me. I'm just curious about where this body is gonna go. My curiosity is gonna get me in trouble. That's one thing. That's why I like to push our limits in learning. Because the learning process, you have to face the negative first. You have to face the negative, and then sometimes you're gonna force to see yourself for something that you're gonna force to see yourself on the negative stuff, which you have to face that too. Once you face the negative, you face everything around you, and then you understand who you really are. Which is really funny that the trolls were trying to expose me, which is really a big help. It was a big help for me, actually. It's like it was meant to be that way. It's like and being scared is typical, because that pushes you. That actually pushes you who you really are when you be scared. When you're fucking having fear, it actually pushes your ascension, according to these fucking beings who are experimenting us. But I realize you don't have to. When you ascend, you don't have to fucking be scared anymore. You're trying to overcome the fear. By pushing yourself. Because it's funny about me. I've been pushed. I'm gonna tell you, I've been pushed. I've been in pain, and I understand it now. I understand why I'm being pushed. The more they push me, the more stronger I'm gonna get. That's one thing you don't understand. My energetic self. The more you push me, the more stronger my energetic self's gonna get. So yeah, keep pushing me. Keep pushing my limits. Yeah. It's like some part of me just, it's like I can't take it no more in some ways, Yeah. So yeah, face yourself, like Disney always told me, look in a mirror, look at yourself in a fucking mirror and face yourself. That's it. Really simple, really stupid and simple. And it's like I see I've been told about this for fucking 7-8 years, and I ignored it. I've been told about this from Destiny, from the group of Destiny, for 7-8 years, and then I ignored it. And now I'm facing myself by others who are facing me, calling me what I am. I'm facing my own self, facing my own fear, looking at my own self and my own fear. Because every time I go around, this fear is everywhere in this world, because it feeds off on your fear. It doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, everything that you do in this world, it feeds off of your fear. That's why I call this thing self-forgiveness, because according to Destiny, we self-forgive our own self because we know we're being manipulated within our own self. The body itself manipulates us within our own manipulation with our own self, because we're always being manipulated. So the question is, how do you unmanipulate your own self? How do you recognize that you are being manipulated? How do you know that you are being manipulated? Just by hearing. It's like I hear everybody's words, the way they speak and how they speak, but they don't understand on that their words are actually manipulation of ones who are on top of the pyramid that passes it all the way down here. So yeah. You gotta understand. Then you say, I forgive myself to allow myself to be manipulated by these greedy gold diggers who's manipulating me to be suppressed in this fucking reality. And all they care about is greed, and all they care about suffering. So I have to forgive myself for that, for being part of that, for to understand that this is my manipulation. So I forgive myself for allowing these greedy gold diggers to manipulate me, knowing that they are brainwashed themselves. So and then therefore that I am brainwashed because I have to listen to them when they talk. So yeah, manipulation is spread by words. That's one thing they don't understand, that I kind of figured out, that manipulation is spread by a word. One word. That's all it takes, is one word to manipulate you. Understanding is one word. That's one thing you don't understand, that the word understanding is one word. And that one word is, I hear that in my community, the ascension community, the ones who wants to ascend, they hear the understanding word, You know, when you spread the word understanding, then you understand what you understand that word is actually breaking the cycle of this reality. If you listen to the word itself, words are the ones that controls us. And they think I'm a fucking idiot when I speak like this. This is to a greedy gold digging fucking sheep who would look at me like I'm a fucking idiot because I believe in this what I believe in, because I believe words are the ones who controls one mind. One word controls everybody's mind. They don't realize how powerful one word can control humanity. So yeah, there you go. So when I say free, I mean free. So I want to break the cycle. When I say free, I want to break the fucking cycle. I want to have my own free will, versus the fucking fake freedom for greed. Greed and freedom it doesn't mix. You can't be free when you're in a greedy fucking world, negative world like this. You can't be free in this greedy negative world. All these fucking people, all they do is fucking manipulate you. They lie to you to believe that you're free, but you're not. They abuse the word free. They abuse the word freedom for their own greed and selfishness. So you don't really have any free will in this world, But you're not responsible. When in this greedy gold digging world, you're not responsible. You don't have any responsibilities in this world. You don't have. That's why they write contracts up for you. It's forcing you to be responsible. But in reality, to be the only way to be free, you have to be responsible. That's included in that. That's one thing you don't understand. If you don't know how to be responsible for oneself, then you don't know how to control your own free will, then you have a fucking problem. If you take advantage of free will and don't have responsibility, then there's something wrong with you right now, because we don't need somebody like you who would take advantage of free will. Because you don't want to be responsible for every action that you have done. So responsibility, you got to understand, you got to be when you have free will, you have to have responsibility that comes with it. You have to be in a strange way, you have to be disciplined in your own way to control your own free will, But it's you. You have free will, but you have to, don't kill, That's responsibility. Don't kill, don't take advantage of people. That's what this greedy gold diggers, they love taking advantage of people. They always put down people. That's what greedy gold diggers do. They put down people and they don't want to be responsible for doing it. When they put down people, they don't want to take the responsibility for every action they have done. For everything I have done, I have to be responsible for everything I've done, which I've done fucked up, because I'm so angry at the greedy gold digger. I am so angry at the greedy gold digger, so I am irresponsible myself, So I have to forgive myself for being irresponsible, for being angry, So that's how it works. And being responsible is the biggest thing that we need to learn in this world. Yeah. Yeah, we should hold the elites responsible for everything they've done to the pedophile networks, Yeah. Yeah. Because we're always, it's funny. It's like the elites always got to find they always got to find somebody to blame. So we are the ones who get to blame the most in this world. It's like everybody in this world blames everybody because they did this and they did that, but they don't want to hold the responsibility of everything that their actions they have done, So yeah, we got a psychological fucking problem on this fucking planet because we don't want to take responsibility for the things that we've done on this planet and the people that we have done. Greedy gold diggers, I guarantee you that they don't want to take responsibility for the poor people. You know, the poor, they create, it's like the corporations created the poor people and they don't want to take responsibility. That's why they created contracts. You know, that's why they created contracts because they don't want to take responsibility. That's why they hire lawyers. You know, that's why you got lawyers and judges. Yeah. That's the truth about this reality. It's like all I hear is lawyer, judge, being sued, and all that shit. The world of irresponsibility. That's what our planet is. Our planet is the world of irresponsibility, and these fuckers fight me because they want to keep everybody irresponsible for, and they don't want to take responsible for everything they have done on this planet. Like come to food poisoning the food, poisoning the water, poisoning the air, and they don't want to take responsibility for it. You know. That's the reality of it, that of this world, because that's why they, you know, they make up laws so they don't have to take responsibility for it. So they have an excuse because they use laws against humanity. You know, laws are used against humanity for the corporation's favor. Lawyers are here for humanity for the corporation's favor. You know, you can fight them, but corporations will always win because they have all the money. You know, a poor fucker can't sue a corporation because they have all the money and they like to extend the court. So until the poor person can't afford the money and they have to waste all their money, then the corporation just get away with shit. So what kind of fuck up system is that? You know, what kind of fuck up system where it's always in favor of the corporation and you sue their ass and then turn around, you can't afford to sue them. So there's got to be a boundary where we could sue the corporation without money, you know, where they need to be sued, you know, for the abusive harm they've done to humanity, you know, for the abuse they have done to the fucking poor people. The poor people are abused, you know. It's their raising up. You know how poor people were raised up. They weren't raised. You know, it's funny. The greedy gold diggers created the poor people. You know, they made them the way they are. You know, they don't want to admit they made them. And it's, you know, like you said, they pass it down in generation to generation. And they become, and it shows you how ignorant they really are. And they don't really see it. So they kind of like don't want to take the responsibility of saying that they created the poor people. That's what greedy gold diggers do. They like to lie. You know, they don't want to take the responsibility of the poor people. So they want to fucking jab them and make them look like, and put them down, which is really, they're a sick motherfucker. Greedy gold diggers are sick motherfuckers. I can tell you that right now, you know? That's, you know, it's like, it's funny that how we are as human beings. You know, we don't treat each other like human beings in this world. According, you know, if we live in this greedy gold digging way, we don't treat each other like humans. We're always going to fight. We're always going to have differences. We're always going to put people down, you know, because we don't want to be responsible for hurting people. We don't want to be responsible for hurting people. That's according to humanity. This is what human beings are like, you know. They don't want to take responsibility for anything in this world. They don't want to admit they don't want to admit that this world is fucked up, you know. So we have to live in their fucking holographic life, you know, of the way they think, you know, in their gritty gold digging ways. So yeah, I'm gonna somehow I'm fucking figure. It's like I'm just opening. I'm gonna constantly open my mouth, and it's like I said, the more harsh you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back hard. You know, on your reality. You know, your reality needs to be exposed, and we don't like it. You know, we don't want the greedy gold digging ways in this fucking reality. I do not like the greedy gold diggers. You know, I personally do not like the greedy gold diggers. You know, because All they do is torture people. You know, that's the typical gritty gold digging way of life is to torture people and make everybody else suffer. So yeah, it's pretty. I mean, you can see it when you put your words out. Be careful what you say in your words, because it all reflects back onto you. That's the way the system works. You know, everything you say, if you torture people, it all reflects back onto you. That's one thing you don't understand about this world that you live on. You know, you think this world's gonna, you feel like you're gonna stay in this world. But if you like to stay in this world, it's your choice. That's why I say it's your choice. I'm not forcing you. I'm not forcing nobody. All I'm saying is you make your choices. You know, that's why I have my own free will. I made my own free will, my own fucking choice. You know, you want to live in this slave fucking, you want to live in this slave fucking slave world, then live in the slave world. That's your choice. You know, that's what you want. So I made my choice. My choice is free will, free everything, free. You know, that's the world I want. I don't want to live in your greedy gold digging ass world. Hell no. But you know, it's fucked up. You know, that I have to listen to these stupid motherfuckers that don't want to go beyond what they are. You know, as human beings, they don't want to see what their potential can be. You know, because I'm curious. It's funny. I've been curious since I first when I first saw that ghost. I was curious. My curiosity kind of like, I am down deep in the rabbit hole. I am so deep in the rabbit hole that I don't want to leave the rabbit hole. I want to keep going down deep in the rabbit hole until I find what's on the other side of the rabbit hole. You know, it may scare the fuck out of me, but after a while, I can handle it. You know, after a while, I can handle it. You know, but it's like, yeah, the more scary it is, the better I can handle this bullshit. The more scary it is that I see, that I understand, that I can't believe I see, then the more I can handle this bullshit, handle this whatever it is that I'm seeing. You know, I don't want to live in this world. I'm kind of like past this world. Even though I'm a dumb fucking truck driver with a third grade education, I'm past this world. I'm tired of being a fucking slave. You know? Because that's what we are. We're just a slave fucking planet. And then I have to listen to greedy gold diggers and their fucking psychopathic minds, you know? Liking to be, I like to work. I like to be an employee, you know? It's like, fuck, that's your choice, you know? But me, I say, fuck you. You know, that's your choice. You know, I don't have to be like you. I don't have to, like I said, I don't have to be you. You know, I want to be Michelle Best. If you don't like Michelle Best, then go fuck off somewhere, you know? I don't want to be you. I don't want to live in your world. You know, I want to live in a world better than this fucking shithole we live in, because that's what it is, a shithole. You know, it's funny how we mistreat each other in this world so much. It's like we mistreat each other so much. It's so fucking pathetic how we became. You know, how they influence us by these false bullshitters. You know, that we listen to. It's like, yeah, 6.7 billion people is negative compared to 300,000. So that tells you there's something wrong with us in this world. There's something wrong with us. If there's 6.7 billion people that are negative versus 300,000, then yeah, there is something wrong with our world. You know, according to the avians that sees our planet all the time, 300,000 out of 6.7 billion people. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you fuckers out there? What's wrong with us? That's the question I have to ask you. What the fuck is wrong with us? Why are we so fucking negative? And why a majority of us are so negative, and then turn around, we all fight each other, on what we want to believe. Our beliefs is what's fucked us up. Our belief system is the reason why we're all fucked up in this world, because we have to believe in these fucking greedy, gold digging ass, selfish motherfuckers. That's the reason why we're so negative. This is the reason why I'm angry. It shows you how ignorant this world is, that I have to listen to these stupid motherfuckers. It depresses me sometimes that I live in a world like this. 6.7 billion people negative. All negative. All 6.7 billion people on this planet are all negative. That's a lot of fucking people. That's a lot of human beings that are all negative in this world, And then, I'm just curious, who are the 300,000 that are positive? I'm just curious, who are the actual 300,000 that are actually positive on this planet? Because somewhere they must be doing something right. They must have something free. They must be free. The only thing I can think of is either they are a tribe. I think the indigenous people are the ones they're going to send. That's what I'm believing right now, because it's always the tribes, because they're always functioning they're always working together. They always stay together. If you notice that, Yeah. So yeah, I'm assuming it's all the native tribes around the world that are actually the positive ones. They are the 300, because there's only a small amount of them on this planet. And some of them are isolated from us. I mean, some of these tribes are isolated from us. So I could see why those are the only ones I can think that are more positive than we are compared to civilized people. Because I always believe civilized people are the most negative people on this world. That's my assumption, but I don't know who they are really. So yeah, I'm assuming it's Indian native tribes out all around the world. Yeah. Because we have to listen to these individualistic dumb motherfuckers on this fucking planet, who are fucking scared of, telepathic. It shows you, like, when Thor Valiant came onto this planet, everybody was scared of that he broke through the mind control thing, He broke through the mind control thing. And that's what got these people scared, because they were afraid, because they were reading, he was controlling the cops, He was controlling the cops just to go to, because in reality, I think he couldn't get into the Pentagon in reality, because they would have fucking shut him out. They would have shut the fucker out. I can see why he did that, but he didn't do it, and he wasn't violent when he did it. That's one thing they didn't tell you about, the part where he wasn't violent when he did it. He did it in a peaceful manner. He did it because he had no choice to do it, to control the cops, so he can tell the Pentagon, and the people in Pentagon are all corrupt anyways, because they're afraid that this guy, because we're not all telepathics. We're not all telepaths on this world. We're not. That's what scared them the most, is they can't handle a telepath. They can't handle a person that can control another person. But in reality, sooner or later we'll be just like Valiant Thor. That sooner or later we'll be like a Valiant Thor. So it wouldn't hurt me to let them read my mind. It wouldn't hurt me to let them read my mind. So it's like, if a truly honest person, I found out that the most truly honest person is the one who has most open mind. So yeah, that's the reason why I do a video. About honesty. If I'm learning about honesty, and I realize that there's no such thing as honesty in this world that we live in, because we got so many dishonest fucking people in this world. And then you could see that. You could see the dishonest ones who come out here name calling, giving me name calling. You could tell who's dishonest. So yeah, honesty, because the only way you're going to face these beings is open your mind up and face your reality and who you really are, because that's the only way you're gonna survive out there, because they're gonna eventually look through your mind anyways. That's one thing you don't understand. So once you open yourself up and you completely been honest with yourself, then you have nothing to hide for them to look in your mind. So yeah, like they read my mind anyways. I mean, I know they read my mind. They know every thoughts that I'm gonna say. And some part of me is like, yeah, they know exactly what I'm gonna say before I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. And then some part of me says, do a video, and sometimes I feel like they want me to do a video. It's like they make me do this video on purpose, even though you think you're all alone, but you're not. You can laugh at my fucking ass. I don't give a fuck if you laugh at my fucking ass, I don't give a fuck if you make me look like a fool now. I don't really give a fuck. I realize it's just, if that's all you do is fucking feed off people's fear. You make us, it's funny about the dishonest ones on this world. They make you look like you're a fool in this world, and then usually it's the other way around, because they're the ones who's going to be the most scared, because they can't handle what they're going to see. The ones who make me look like a fool, they're the ones who's going to be truly scared, because once they see something that they can't explain, yeah, they can't handle it. They believe that they can handle it. No, I don't think they can handle it. I think the fucking greedy gold digging trolls can't handle it. What's out there, out in space, I think they can't handle it. What's out there in space, because they're so confined in their fucking prison, and it's their comfy zone. That's the part I can't wait till that comes. When that uncomfy zone, when that uncomfy zone comes into your fucking world, yeah, I'm gonna be laughing at your fucking ass and say, see, there you go, Yeah, they are disabled people. It's funny. The guy that has cerebral palsy, ones who have disabilities, cerebral palsy, they are the most positive. You're right. They're the most positive people, the ones who have a disability, because they don't have to worry about our world. They have to function our world, but they're always happy all the time. Okay, I'm done. I can't talk anymore, Ilona. I think I am done. I'm gonna go eat my my chickpeas. I'm gonna go eat my chickpeas. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day, everybody. I forgive you. There you go. I forgive everybody who's been fucking with me in my fucking in this reality, you know? I forget everybody. Have a nice fucking day. Good night, Ilona. Good night, Steve. Good night, everyone.